Good morning, everyone. David Bowie, Starman. It takes the guy dying for me to rediscover David Bowie. I've been listening to David Bowie all week and just loving it.
Yeah, he really is. The ones I've heard recently, I've enjoyed a lot. I didn't recognize that as Starman until he said, Starman! I'm like, oh, okay, that's it.
That's from the movie The Martian, which I finally saw yesterday afternoon. There's a little scene where they play that song.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yes, let's start the show with that, because that brand new movie, The Martian, I'm going to talk about at the top of the show. When did that movie come out? Months ago? A while ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's still...
I finally got to see it, and then I'm thinking as I'm watching it at my house, I'm like, man, this would have been kind of cool in a theater with 3D.
In IMAX, it was great. That's why I saw it.
I'm like, I kind of missed the boat on this one.
Yeah, those space movies you got to see in IMAX. They're right up the street from us. You got to go.
I missed out on it.
Yeah,
it still looked beautiful on my TV at home, but I'm like, man, what an idiot! I should have went to the theater to see this damn thing.
Seeing Gravity in the IMAX theater,
that was awesome.
One of the best film experiences I've ever had.
That was awesome. The movie itself was just okay, but some of the stuff they did with the technology was amazing, right?
I'm just a boy who likes a space experience.
Yay!
I like to go and make a pretend I'm in space. And The Martian had some really cool scenes. It was well shot, and he was great.
I liked it a lot. I mean, I had a couple little problems with the movie, but like I told you before, the movie ending with him getting ready to teach a class, I was like, what?
Yeah, it was a little...
They should have had something with them coming back to Earth, don't you think?
Yeah, they should have been. They could have done a little bit more. I didn't love the ending either.
But the movie in general was pretty damn good. I definitely enjoyed it. And Eric, you haven't seen this movie, so I ruined it for you?
I haven't seen it. I have a screener of it. I haven't seen it, but now I don't need to see it.
It's about Mars.
Yeah, well, you got to think the guy is going to come back to Earth.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Why not?
Because
it's Hollywood.
But not every story has to end that way.
Well, most musicals and comedies end nicely.
Happily.
But this is a musical and a comedy?
Well, it won Best Musical or Comedy, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Is it funny?
No, I didn't really see where it was funny.
Incorrect. There was the callbacks, the joke about the disco music.
Okay, that was funny.
That made it a good comedy.
All right, and what other joke? He had a couple zingers while he was planting his potatoes, I guess.
Yes, he did. He was jesting, and he made the whole thing, but he had the fire, and then he fixed the fire, and then I'll tell you one thing they did really well. They kept putting these blockades in front of him.
Yeah.
That really were interesting.
Absolutely,
like,
it was.
Fuck, that would suck.
But the jokes weren't there. I mean, usually when I see a comedy, the jokes have to be there.
Yeah, not a lot of jokes.
What's the deal? It really won for Best Musical / Comedy, right?
Yeah. Wasn't it up against Trainwreck and something? Like, how put Trainwreck? How the fuck do you put that up against The Martian?
It's not fair to Amy Schumer and Judd Apatow.
It's not fair to do to comedies. Like, why don't you give comedies? Yeah. Why are comedies so low on the totem pole? Every year you get comedians to host your fucking award shows. Will you stop putting comedy in its own in a category with other stuff?
They felt like they have to spice up that category, so they find these other big productions and go, well, why don't we move this to the comedy genre? It's ridiculous. Best motion picture, musical, or comedy?
The Big Short. Okay, The Big Short I thought was brilliant, but they had certain comedic moments in it and certain funny moments.
Yeah.
The fact that they could do that while talking about the crash of 2008, the way they pull off explaining some of this stuff, I thought Adam McKay should have fucking... Maybe he got nominated, I don't know, but it was amazingly well done.
I got that screener at home. I got to watch it because I'm part of the Academy. I get to vote for Best Picture.
It's really good storytelling. Yeah, there's a couple of devices there.
How do you vote? I just love getting these screeners, but someone told me if you don't vote, then they're going to stop sending you the screeners.
I think if you just pay your dues, they keep sending you.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that's what I do. All right. So I'm good.
Yeah,
because it's fun. You feel important. All of a sudden, you get them in the mail. These movies that are still in the theaters. But it's best motion picture, musical, or comedy. So technically, it wasn't in a comedy category. The Martian, right?
Why don't they just have comedy? Why does that have to be musical or comedy? They're different emotions.
So then there's another category, best motion picture.
Sure.
Yeah, best motion picture drama.
Drama.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, that's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's supposed to be better. No, that's musical or comedy. The Martian should not have been in there. Can you at least see what's in the dramas thing?
Well, you got Mad Max, you got Carol, the
Revenant.
The Revenant, Room, and Spotlight. I hear The Revenant is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen that yet with the bear?
No, but I have a bear hat that I'm writing a sketch about.
Jimmy.
So yeah, maybe they wanted to give it. I think sometimes they want to give these things awards, or they have an interest. Like it seems like the studios have more interest or more input into the Golden Globes. Maybe they don't, but maybe that's just my naive fucking Jersey boy, knowledge of show business.
They just don't have respect for comedy.
For comedy, they don't.
Or there's just not a lot of comedies that come out during the year.
Maybe none of them are worth Golden Globe, or maybe there's one a year that's worth a Golden Globe, or one a year that's worth an Oscar, but not to nominate.
At least they have a comedy category.
But yeah, musical or comedy.
But I mean, like the Oscars doesn't.
Oh right, yeah, the Oscars just stinks. I mean, how's The Martian in that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, you should do it right. Yeah, but they want to have a little class. They want to have a little class, and they look at comedies like, ugh.
Yeah, they do.
You know, that's fart humor.
Yeah.
It's down and dirty.
And meanwhile, who's hosting the Oscars again? Chris Rock, or it was always Billy Crystal. It's always a comic.
Yeah.
Stop getting comics. Get one of your boring dramatic actors to go up there.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Why am I mad?
I don't know. Ricky Gervais did a great job, but the ratings were down again.
Yeah, I
don't know what they could do to pump up these award shows.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, no fault to Ricky. He killed it. And he's saying this morning that he's not going to apologize for the Caitlyn Jenner jokes.
I didn't hear the joke, but why should he? Who wants him to?
I don't know. Which joke was it?
Was it the joke about women driving?
Yeah, it was the whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
What
Good
was
for him for at least doing it?
When did it?
Here, I learned a new term yesterday.
Yeah.
Dead naming.
Dead naming?
Yeah, he dead named her.
What does that mean?
He called her Bruce.
Oh, God.
Oh, the name is dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Oh.
And there's a term now called dead naming?
Yeah, I didn't know about that. Now I know.
Oh, cool.
Most people, the first thing they think when they see Caitlyn Jenner is, oh, wow, look at Bruce. He's now...
you're dead naming.
He's
Stop
now
dead naming.
He's now trying to be a girl. I look at it as Bruce Jenner's trying to be a girl. And he might get there eventually.
A lot of dead naming going on around here.
That's right. There always has been. I don't mind calling her Caitlyn, but when I refer to before Caitlyn, like the interview with Diane Sawyer, I can't not say Bruce. I'm sorry. Bruce Jenner was a public figure.
Yeah.
My whole life, I knew this person as one thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you want from me?
I'm not
a good boy.
I'm not being defiant. When I think of that whole situation, the first thing I think is Bruce Jenner still. I try. I'm like, oh, yeah, Caitlyn, but I don't know. If you walk in the shower and you got a penis and balls, that makes it tough to have the whole world think you're a girl.
It's definitely a big mental leap.
I think if you shape up the boobies all nice, then you're on your way.
Sure.
But, I mean, before your makeup and the dresses and the handbags, what do they call them? Not handbags. They call it the, whatever. You're still a guy.
I don't know.
Physically.
I don't know technically what it is hormonally. I really don't know.
I think. But, I mean, get a nice boob job, and then I think, more people will start saying Caitlyn.
Well, Caitlyn has breasts, right?
I don't know. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul knows.
Caitlyn does have breasts.
Who's on the cover?
I don't remember. I mean, she's not really showing them off. See, I said she there. There you go. I'm not what is it again? Dead naming?
Stop dead naming.
Dead naming.
Yeah, it's like just
fuck yeah. In the fucking graveyard, right? Trap dog. That's right, you said garbage. I never heard that term before. I've heard members of the community say my boy name. I've heard that, my birth name, but I've never heard dead naming.
All right.
Wow. That's a cool term.
I don't think people do it on purpose. It's just tough to get used to still. Is this the Caitlyn Jenner
I'm trying to
jokes?
cue it up.
And this is and who has a problem with this? Where Ricky's saying I'm not going to apologize. Society in general.
People on Twitter.
Oh wow,
oh boy!
I like to say the Twitterverse in air quotes.
The people on Twitter who are the most horrible people in the world. They want an apology for a Caitlyn Jenner joke.
I've had good luck on Twitter lately.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Congratulations.
I've had some positive feedback. I haven't been on the Jim Norton account. It's only been Chip Chipperson, and who is a smash. Jim Norton? I
He's
don't
a
know.
hit.
I'm afraid to check.
Yeah, I know.
You know how I know Chip's tweeted at me? Because I wake up and I have like 50 notifications.
Well, sometimes Chip thinks of you.
I know he does.
Chip likes you.
He obsessively tweets to Travis.
Sometimes Edgar.
Yeah, something stupid.
Yeah.
It's always ridiculous. Idiocy.
Brightens my day.
Good. Is this it?
This is it.
All right. This is. Some people are having a problem with this.
Nice tonight. I've changed. Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course.
Pause right there. What he did was right, because the joke is that Bruce went through a change. Now it's Caitlyn. He's acknowledging that. They're just being dicks.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Even though the whole thing should be good because he's just going for jokes.
Yeah, but you could feel the crowd get a little like, oh.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're dead name.
That's hilarious. Not as many as Bruce Jenner. Yeah, Bruce Jenner, as we knew Bruce Jenner, went through giant changes.
Yes.
Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
That's funny.
They're laughing.
You can't have everything, can you?
I got a big laugh.
Not at the same time. Anyway, so...
Not at the same time. I love that he joked about an accident where somebody got killed. I mean, I kind of respect that.
That's what I thought people would be outraged
That got a
over.
better laugh than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were laughing.
It's very funny. Kind of everything. Not 1 year. His little throwaways are so fucking funny, man. Yeah.
On Tuesday, he took to Twitter to defend his point of view, noting that merely bringing up gender in a joke does not automatically make one transphobic, no more than telling a Bill Cosby joke makes one racist. And then the actual tweet from Ricky Gervais, our pal, I love Ricky, suggesting a joke about Caitlyn Jenner is automatically transphobic is like suggesting a joke about Bill Cosby is automatically racist. Okay. And then he tweeted, I made a joke about Caitlyn Jenner killing someone in her car. I'm #transportphobic.
Transportphobic.
Nice. What else did he write? Tweet, you have every right to be offended. Just don't cry when no one cares. Oh, good for Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
That's strong.
That's right. I like to see Trump influencing the entire culture into going, fuck you, we're not saying we're sorry.
Yeah. Well, Trump thought the State of the Union was, boring yesterday?
Yes.
And bland, and the State of the Union speech was one of the most boring, rambling, and non-substantive I've heard in a long time. New leadership fast.
Can anybody, like, this is why I hate all of them. Can any of them just say, okay, yeah, I did like when he said that? Like, is there any, except for the troops, where they all have to act like they're such fucking patriots and rave about the troops insincerely? Mm-hmm. You know, half of them want to cut funding for the troops getting better care, but they can't say thoughts and prayers for us. But it's like, you know, and it would be the same if it was a Republican president,
of
the boring
course.
Democrats. But, like, you know, Obama gives a speech, and then it's right after, well, no, he was wrong. It's like, it's just such predictable.
And as he's doing the speech, half the room sits and half the room stands, half the room applauds, the other, you know, looks bored. Paul Ryan behind Obama doesn't react to anything. Of
course not.
It's an embarrassment to our country and our system that this is what's really going on. It's showing the whole world. This is what goes on every day in Washington. These guys don't want to acknowledge the other side whatsoever. Paul Ryan couldn't even, applaud for cancer research.
Right.
No.
Obama did a whole thing where I think he gave Biden a spaceship, and right?
Yeah, we have the clip if you want to hear that.
That's all you need to see is the way they do it. And they did it to Bush, too. The Democrat would sit back there with a cunt look on his face. They're just the worst.
Well, here's the problem even saying it on a radio show. Now everyone's going to call up and say that. But the same exact thing does happen if it's a Republican president.
Because they're the same people. Yeah.
Stink.
They're just fucking horrid.
Yeah, I would have loved to seen, although they were chit-chatting a little bit, Paul Ryan and Biden, but it would have been nice if they were on the same page for some of this shit.
But most of the chit-chat was started by Biden.
Right.
And it's Ryan just going, okay.
Yeah.
Well, look at that fucking douchey. Why do they have these guys behind the president? Why don't they stop it?
Yeah, you could just move them off to the sides. They're still behind the president, but at least they're not in our view.
Half of them stand, half of them sit.
Yeah.
Half of them stand, half of them sit. Troops, all stand!
Oh, my God!
And it's not sincere.
No.
That's what bothers me. They're doing it because it's almost like when they cry when Kim Jong-il or when Kim Jong-il died. They're afraid of being seen not weeping openly. Mm-hmm. They're afraid that if they don't applaud enthusiastically enough, that they'll be seen as unpatriotic or they'll be seen as anti-troops. Yeah. But when it comes time to fucking making sure that, a lot of these veterans get taken care of and stuff, half of them are fucking not nearly as enthusiastic.
Of course. What do you got here? This is the cancer thing?
Yes.
Oh, cancer.
Focus on that.
Wait.
And what did you think?
Sorry, go ahead.
Years ago, when the Russians beat us into space, we didn't deny Sputnik was up there. We didn't argue about the science or shrink our research and development budget. We built a space program almost overnight, and 12 years later, we were walking on the moon.
I hate when they stand. Say, how can they can clear a courtroom if you make a noise during a verdict? How about they say, any of you fucking people that stand up, you're being thrown out. You're annoying everyone. Why do I care?
I hate that only half of them are standing.
That's why I hate it.
It's like, because those same people that are standing now will... Well, no, I mean, they're going to stand a lot because they're on Obama's side.
But they would sit down if it was a Republican. If it was a Republican saying it, if it was, Ted Cruz saying it, they'd all be seated.
I mean, how many of the other sides stood during any part of this?
They never cross over.
It's really embarrassing.
I like when they ask them, name me one thing this person's done right.
Yeah.
And you can't list a couple of things. Yeah. You're an unbalanced jerk off.
Yeah. You're not genuine. Look at these assholes just sitting there. Talking about curing cancer.
Yeah.
That guy's just staring at his phone.
Of discovery is in our DNA. America is Thomas Edison and the Wright brothers and George Washington Carver. America's Grace Hopper and Katherine Johnson and Sally Ride.
Can you pause for a sec? That made the rounds on Twitter that there was a drop-off. That he went from
Edison.
Edison. What was the second one? Forget it already. And then they went to the peanut
Edison
guy.
George Washington Carver.
And who is? Oh, the Wright brothers.
Wright brothers, and then the peanut guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that you probably should have shown.
That got a lot of attention on Twitter. That might have been a bit of a drop-off.
Yeah. You could have mentioned someone before the fucking George. I've had enough of George Washington Carver.
I love peanuts.
I enjoy peanuts too, but thanks for the allergies. Why is no one blaming that cocksucker for all the allergies?
I enjoy a good peanut butter. I must confess.
Oh, you and me both.
Well, what? That thing was just laying around, and we needed that guy to discover how delicious it was?
Nobody else discovered it.
How stupid are we?
People didn't like the shape of peanuts. They didn't trust them.
Right on cue. Sherrod Small, we're talking about the peanut guy.
George Washington Carver.
We're talking about the peanut guy.
And in walks Sherrod, tardy. Oh, Sherrod.
Guess who's back in the motherfucking house?
Sherrod is back.
Big for your motherfucking mouth.
Is that a rap?
No, that's just me. Me relating to you, Jimmy.
Okay, fair enough.
We want to know why someone didn't discover the whole the whole peanut thing is delicious before George Washington Carver.
Wait, what?
Is it Washington Carver?
Yeah,
George Washington Carver.
You know who discovered the peanut, right?
Okay, yeah. I just didn't expect you guys to be talking about this right now.
Yeah, well, we talk about him every morning. It's our normal George Washington Carver break. We usually do it within the 8 o'clock hour when there's more listeners.
That's fair.
You walked in at perfect timing. We just happened to be talking about this, and then you walked in. And my point is, when did they discover the peanut, and why didn't they discover it sooner? Because it's so delicious.
Yeah, well, the peanut has always been used by people.
Yeah.
But he got patents on like 110 things with peanuts or something like that.
Yeah, he started using peanuts for everything.
For everything, from medicine to soap.
Yeah, you don't see. We don't
soap.
see. There was they used to sell them in a fishbowl of peanuts, and it would be a peanut hat. And it was a mistake because people would put it upside down, and as soon as it came off, all the peanuts spilled out, and they'd throw the glass. No, the Obama speech, he mentioned George Washington Carver.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
He was mentioning.
I believe Jimmy called him a cocksucker.
Yeah, because of the peanut allergies. I'm tired of hearing his name, and no one blames him for peanut allergies.
But he got robbed, though, Jimmy. What about the people at Jif and Skippy who robbed him?
Oh, did they rob him?
And well, they're making all that peanut butter money, And they don't give him no credit for it.
Oh.
Well, I mean, who would get the money, though?
They said he invented everything with the peanut except for peanut butter.
He's long gone.
I don't buy it.
Did he?
That's what they said.
Maybe they didn't have the technology for peanut butter back when he was around.
You can't mush it?
Oh, that's true.
Okay. All you have to do is mush it.
You just got to mush it.
That's it.
I was just throwing out a guess.
Maybe put a little sugar in it, but even if you just mush it down, that's good enough.
I would think that'd be the first thing you make with it.
Or maybe they're just scummy and not wanting to pay off the fucking patent that they owe. Right,
there we go.
Well, yeah.
He's a patent troll.
The point, we were looking at the speech from last night, and then he was mentioning some great people, and he went with Thomas Edison, the Wright brothers, and then he went down to the peanut guy, and that got a lot of attention on Twitter that there might be a bit of a drop off there.
Right. Wait, he was a doctor though, right?
I don't know.
George Washington Carver, was he?
I just know he had something.
He was a very smart dude, though. He was a scientist.
I will say that cunty look on Paul Ryan's face is fucking enraging. What a cunty look.
I agree with you.
The Wright brothers, really one brother did most of the work. Orville did most of the work.
That's how it usually goes, by the way, with brothers.
Other motherfucker just had a bicycle. He had the bike.
Oh, you need the bike, though.
You need the bike.
I think you needed the bike back then.
Bill Maher wrote, who watched the State of the Union? Next question, how bad do you want to punch Paul Ryan in the face?
Because it's not genuine. And it's like, he's basically told by his peers, you better not fucking react to anything that guy says when you're behind him.
So he didn't clap for anything?
Not really. He held back a laugh. That made the rounds, too. Obama made a joke, and Ryan really wanted to laugh, and you could see him, fighting it.
Poor thing.
And maybe if you can find that clip, it's somewhere. But he started sort of chuckling and went, oh, fuck, I can't acknowledge that was funny.
Didn't both his brothers, Ryan's brothers, die at a young age, like 48 or something like that?
I don't know.
I think both his brothers and his father or something like that?
Of what?
Some had a hereditary disease. I don't know. But yeah, both his brothers. Somebody in his family, his brothers and his father, somebody died young.
Oh, wow.
And that's something that he talked about, is on his mind about him passing away young.
So he's got one of those families where everyone dies young.
Not good.
Not good. Well, he pumps iron, though, so that might help.
I'll say he does.
Yeah. Bury him with those barbells.
Yeah. Where were we? Sherrod walked in the middle of this, which
we were just talking
wonderful.
about Obama's speech, and nobody claps for the other side.
It's dumb.
Every immigrant and entrepreneur from Boston to Austin to Silicon Valley racing to shape a better future.
That type of shit.
That's
I don't
who
need
we
to
are.
hear.
And over the past 7 years, we've nurtured that spirit. We've protected
Who's
an
that
open
lady?
internet.
By the way, there's a lady about 3 seconds from now who is fighting to stay awake.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's it going to be?
It's really good.
Who's that lady right there?
I don't know.
I don't know who these people
She looks like
are.
a fucking judge in England, a male judge.
She's
horrible.
Powdered.
Yeah, she's
Taking bold new steps to get more students and low-income Americans online.
Here it comes. Her in the front.
Which one? Black
We've
chick?
launched next-generation manufacturing hubs.
the black woman in the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was dozing.
She looks like that broad. I think she was from Chicago that could pop her eyes out.
Yeah.
Remember that lady made the rounds years ago?
Yes.
She might be able to pop her eyes out.
How come Cheryl Underwood can't stay awake?
It's like it's the third hour of church.
How do you not stay awake sitting in front of the president? Whether you like him or hate him, that's a pretty amazing night that you get to be that close to the president.
Well, the problem is she's sitting next to the doorman from the Jeffersons.
Ralph? Is that Ralph?
That's very good.
But it's probably took like 2 hours to get in there. They're just regular people, so they got to wait online and wait to get in and get
I hear you gotta
security
wait
and all that.
a long fucking time.
Is it a long wait?
Yes.
They probably
Do
exhausted.
they search you?
And then you get there early because you want to be in that one aisle where Obama comes down, so you can get a little cheek kiss,
A high five or a fist bump.
or a Happy New Year to you. You hear the small talk? I loved it as he was talking all the
good to see ya.
Good to see you.
It's the best. It's like being a senior. Your senior year. You're leaving the school. Fuck the school. Fuck the freshman.
Yeah. I heard something like, I was just talking to I was just talking to her a couple hours ago. I'm like, wow, what was that conversation? Yeah. You heard that? Yeah. Oh, I heard it. Yeah, over there. Okay, go back to this.
Whoa.
Oh, you fucked up the whole thing.
Yeah, now we're never going to know what happened.
Let's go back to the lady that was falling asleep.
We've launched next-generation manufacturing.
Bug eyes.
Oh, no.
And online tools that give an entrepreneur everything he or she needs to start a business in a single day. But we can do so much more. You know, last year, Vice President Biden said that with a new moonshot, America can cure cancer. Last month, he worked with this Congress to give scientists at the National Institutes of Health the strongest resources that they've had in over a decade.
Well, sit down.
No, I'm glad that some people are sitting down because you don't want to applaud cancer research.
No, that's.
I mean, clap, but when you stand it up for and they all old and standing up
annoying.
slow, it's annoying.
Yeah, it's a fucking fake show of enthusiasm.
But what's more annoying is the other half of the room just staring at their phones, making believe, that they didn't really just hear that he's trying to cure cancer. God forbid someone says, let's try to cure cancer.
It's all theater.
Yeah, it's a fucking game of Simon Says. I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
But it happens with both sides.
Yeah.
If it was a Republican up there saying, let's cure cancer in the next, 15, 20 years, then the Democrats would be sitting on their fucking hands. It's embarrassing that this is what we show the world. This is how we act down there in Washington.
But everybody's government act like that. You see this shit around the world with the Asian people fighting each other.
Yeah, at least they're not
I would
fist
prefer
fighting.
that, though.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
If there was a chance of a fight,
That would be fun.
Yeah, we could do the chant we love.
We all know which one. See, look at this guy just on his phone.
So tonight I'm announcing a new national effort to get it done. And because he's gone to the mat for all of us on so many issues over the past 40 years, I'm putting Joe in charge of mission control.
Joe B, baby.
Oh, go ahead, Joe. Make a little remark to the guy with the cunty look on his face. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. I'd rather creepily kiss a 12-year-old. I don't know if I want to deal with cancer. I don't know. What's he saying to the other guy?
Oh, shit. He ain't
And the other guy's probably mumbling, you're going to fuck this up. I know it. I don't want to do it.
It's just banter. It's like local news
I
banter.
hate banter.
He just wants to cruise to the end of his run as vice president, and now fucking Obama put that on his shoulders.
Yeah, in front of everyone. Am I going to see a raise?
Right, yeah, right.
It's just extra shit for no more money.
You know how much work that's gonna fucking be?
I'm in my 70s, you dope.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Old man Joe.
I love Joe. I wish he was running.
I knew he wasn't going to run.
He would be my guy.
Of course he would be.
He would have been my guy. I would have been pretty happy if Biden was running.
He just didn't have the stomach for it. I don't blame him.
Who is that fucking Edgar-mouthed woman that spoke after for the Republicans?
Her teeth stay together when she talks.
Yeah. I'm not. I like the president. Apple Fools! Look at fucking Edgar teeth.
It is like this.
The GOP rebuttal, she fucking stunk.
The teeth never separated.
She got lockjaw.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's Nikki Haley, right?
Fucking Danielson painted her teeth before she fucking talked. Painted the tooth. We got it, Jim. Heard you the first time.
She's governor of South Carolina.
Oh, God bless her.
They say she's a rising star in the party.
Yeah,
her chin is too pronounced and her teeth are tiny. She makes me sick.
They don't separate when she talks.
She got the jawline of a fucking Barney Rubble.
Yeah, I don't like the president. Ugh, fucking horrid.
Yeah. She's the future. She's the future, Jimmy. You gotta give her a chance.
Oh, they're all fucking awful.
Did you watch State of the Union, Sherrod? Trying to see what else we could even play here. I thought it was kind of boring.
I watched a rerun of Fresh Off the Boat, then I did a spot. Yeah.
Fresh Off the Boat is not a bad show.
Not that show.
What time is that on?
I think the mother can get it, too. Little Asian mother.
She's all right.
Yeah.
I've only seen a couple episodes, and it was just on, and I'm like, I'll watch this shit. I was like, this is all right.
Yeah, I think that little kid is funny.
Yeah. Rand Paul tweeted, I just yelled, you lie really loud. Good thing I'm not there. So what, he blew it off?
What? Who blew it off?
Rand Paul. He said, I just yelled, you lie, really loud, I guess at Obama or the TV. Yeah, the TV. Yeah. Good thing I'm not there.
I guess if he was there, he would have really started something, right?
Was he doing a callback from the time the guy screamed, you lie? And, yeah.
I guess. We got Stunt Brain and knows a little more about this shit than us. He's a star over at The Blaze. Let's say hi to our old pal, Stunt Brain. What's up, Mikey? How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I stayed up late and watched the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing just because I wanted to watch Paul Ryan.
Yeah, there was a point at which I was trying to see if Biden was going to blink or Ryan was going to react, because both of them seemed frozen in time at points.
It's got to be the weirdest seat in the house, though, just sitting in the back.
Awful. You can't dig in your nose. You can't scratch your cheeks. Can you imagine if you have an itch about fucking 4 inches up into your crack?
You can't do
Not at all. You know, like, oh boy, he hasn't even gotten a cancer yet. I got a long way to go. You're trying to, you have an itchy asshole and you're just trying to press your spine into the chair to somehow itch it.
Biden went for his nose a couple times. Yeah, he was setting up a nose pick and realized
digging around.
He wasn't in the actual nostrils, but he was doing this shit.
He was playing with the area, and then he realized he was.
You saw that too, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he might be going for the pick.
It's a weird seat. It's a weird seat to sit back there just doing nothing, looking and shit.
Stunt brain.
There was one shot that showed Ryan had, I believe, a copy of the speech, and he had highlighted a bunch of sections, and I would love to get a hold of that and see what the heck he was highlighting.
Yeah.
Well, it was almost like react here, don't react here. You know what's coming because they give it to you ahead of time.
Now, Stunt brain, I know you lean a bit to the right.
Yep.
But, I mean, aren't you in agreement that Paul Ryan should react to something instead of sitting there like an asshole?
Well, it is the president of the United States. And at the end of the day, we all have to understand that he is the guy in charge. They're going to have differences, but...
Yeah, but not cancer, right? We all on the same side of anti-cancer.
Yeah,
well,
he was talking about cancer research, and let's really get aggressive with this thing, and I think we could do some big things, and he's still not reacting to that either.
Not in my county.
And the same, the same shit happens if it's a Republican up there. So I'm not trying to say that the Republicans are assholes for not reacting, because the Democrats would do the exact same thing.
Same dumb shit.
Yeah, but that clip you played was initially referencing climate change when they talked about science denial. So that then changed over. He segued over to the cancer thing, but which I thought was kind of weird, because Biden's got a year left, and you're tasking him to cure cancer in a year.
Well, he lost his son.
Shit, he did shit this whole time.
Yeah, he just wants to kind of relax.
Yeah, well, or
throw a cake party or two before he leaves.
There's speculation he's going to jump in if Hillary crashes and burns in the first 2 or 3 primaries.
Doesn't that show you all you need to know? They all stand for one thing, and what a coincidence! Every Democrat thinks that, not one Republican. What a coincidence! The system we have stinks.
It's dumb.
It's fucking terrible.
What is it going to take for these two sides to start working more together?
Ugh.
Well, it does have to start at the top. And if we go back to 2009, there was not a single Republican suggestion allowed on the health care bill. And I think that burned a big bridge. So if you get a president who's on either side, who's going to reach out the way Reagan and Tip O'Neill didn't agree on everything, but those two hung out together, they partied together, they actually got along. And if you get something like that, I think you have a chance. And that was Obama's fourth point.
Yeah.
How do we make our politics reflect what's best in us and not what's worse?
I think you're making really good points, but on the screen, I just saw a Jim Norton tweet about Picasso, and it distracted me.
What did he say?
Can't stand this fucking overrated bag of shit.
If you go to Jim Norton on Twitter,
enough with Picasso.
His tweet
fucking stinks.
There's a picture. I think it's a sculpture, right?
It's $105 million Picasso.
Yeah, and Jim
smashes Picasso.
I am. No. He's fucking shit.
And Stuff Brain's making good points here, but this flashed on my screen, and I can't let it just go by. So Jim Norton tweets the picture of the sculpture and just writes or tweets a dick face and lumpy tits. Picasso fucking stinks.
Look at this stat. Sorry. Look at this fucking hunk of shit. $105 million for this fucking cock-faced lady with bad tits.
I think I put that in the toilet this morning.
It's fucking. I paid to look like this.
Oh man.
Oh, he's awful.
That
so
is a weird,
sick of it.
It's a weird nose on that thing.
It's the worst.
Was that a log across the face joke?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I enjoyed that.
Did they just find this thing somewhere?
No, it's being fought out by the royal family of Qatar and some big art dealer. But it's an interesting piece, but it's just enough already with this guy being a genius. It's literally someone that's just throwing childish ideas together. Hey, fucker, it's blue period. Yeah, he blew. You're right.
Stump right back to you. I heard Tip O'Neill and Reagan.
Why would you? Till a tip stand.
I was listening to you. I really was listening.
Well, it's fine. I enjoy a good Jimmy art review.
Thank you.
It was just that it flashed by the screen because we got, Eric Stengel's over there finding stuff all the time, and that just flashed in front of my eyes. Anyway, back to you.
Well, I'm just saying the night it was supposed to be the shortest speech. He said, "I'm gonna go short on this one," and he didn't really.
Well, he's like a comic. That's what we do. I'll go short, and then you do 15 extra minutes because the crowd's right.
Yeah, but there's no light in the back blinking.
Yeah,
or
I
maybe
ignore
there
that.
is.
I ignore that.
It felt short. I don't know.
It was exactly an hour, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 58:40, which is apparently the 16th longest since 1966 when they kept track of stuff like this. But
Jesus.
Is that going to be one of the stats on the Blaze this morning?
Yeah, that's it. I'm in the stats book. To me, it felt like he was starting an NBA player's final season. You know, that long goodbye they do?
Yeah, he should have did it in a tank top and some jean shorts.
Nice.
The last one. Why not?
Well, he was pretty casual. I thought his presentation was a lot more casual than previous years.
Yeah.
But he's saying he's going to be all over the country this year. So are we going to have those, is someone going to give him a new set of golf clubs, a motorcycle in every town that he visits?
Yeah, he's doing what Kobe did. He's a new Kobe.
Yeah, it felt like that. Mm-hmm. And I didn't hear any real specifics. There were a lot of platitudes that came out last night. There wasn't anything like we're going to dedicate X billion to this. And it was he once again doubled down on Gitmo, which was his first promise. He promised he would close it the first day he was in office. So that's still there.
Well, they have a Walmart there now, so that's progress.
Oh, okay.
Well, that would be great.
They got some nice progress. Hey, someone's saying that the cancer speech was from West Wing. A few people are saying that.
The TV show?
I guess. Can I put you on with Sue?
Yeah, let's find that. That would be great.
A few people are saying it, so there's got to be some truth to this. Sue in Jersey, you got Stunt Brain, our pal, on the other line. What do you got?
Hi, guys. They were saying on Fox this morning they were showing a speech that Rob Lowe did on the West Wing regarding going to the moon and curing cancer. I don't know if you can look it up.
Oh, no, that's probably one of his speechwriters. Did one of his speechwriters get inspired and half-lifted? Oh, how fucking awful.
Like West Wing?
From the... No.
I should have known back, because at the end, Obama was like, and I'm mad, and I want you to get mad with me.
With me.
I want everyone to put their head out the window.
That would have been a more entertaining speech.
I know, but he changed it, and everyone was shocked when Obama said, I'm as mad as a motherfucker, and I'm not going to take it anymore. That's my Obama impression.
That was a great Obama impression.
Everyone says I will sometimes prank people like that. I go, hi, it's President Obama. And they'll be like, oh, my God, it's you. I'll be like, no, it's me. They'll go, Jim.
You got me
You got me again, you card.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Thank you, Sue.
Hold on, I'm just taking a dump on the thing. I'm going to sell it for $104 million.
Come on, Bacazzo's a genius, Jimmy.
Not a genius, a fucking idiot.
He's a dum-dum?
What is this?
I enjoyed it.
What is that? It's a cool piece.
I enjoyed a couple things by him.
Yeah, exactly.
But
That's
when
what
he
he's
started
good for.
moving the body parts around, he lost me.
Yeah, why
With
are the
the
tits?
nose?
There's a 9-inch separation between the tits.
The nose is clearly a dick. It's some type of phallic
Exactly. Dick-faced, lumpy tit stripper. This is great. This is a stripper after This is the fucking stripper after she was mauled by a chimp in Connecticut and had to have her fucking face put back. Remember how bad Charlotte fucking Nash looked after she got mauled? That's what this looks like.
I get a dance from her still,
I would too. Good luck titty fucking her. Oh, your tits won't touch. I'm sorry, they're lumpy and separated. Fucking can't stand him. Sorry, madam.
Oh, man.
Stunt Brain, other highlights.
Well, for me, there wasn't a whole lot of highlights.
Not really,
There wasn't a lot to hang on to. Mm-hmm. You know, he came out and basically laid a progressive carpet out for anybody who's going to run. He didn't really give Hillary or Sanders a big deal. And, you know, those 4 questions, what the heck was he saying? How are we going to give opportunity to everybody? How do we make technology work for us and against us? How do we keep America safe without becoming the policeman? And how do we work together? If you're going to make those questions, I think you have to come out with answers. And to me, that's where it fell short.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What about, why was Kim Davis there?
Well, that's the other thing. I'm
Kim
with you
Davis?
guys.
Oh, that chick.
She was there with her really ugly sweater.
Yeah,
the only thing the whole room agreed on.
Let me see that sweater.
Her ugly sweater.
Well, the whole thing about bringing guests to make a statement bothers me personally. I think it's this whole gallery full of people that are sitting with the First Lady and then any congressman or senator who brings a special guest to make a statement.
It's kind of like in a Godfather movie when they had the dude's brother.
Yeah, exactly. I wish it was that reason. Look at that fucking big foreheaded, Unfuckable woman.
Oh my, that's her?
Yeah, she's terrible.
Yeah, she was there in that sweater.
What a meatloaf. Who does she look like in that? Shouldn't she be fucking flying a kite and discovering electricity? Fucking Ben Franklin looking
She
bitch.
look like Ben Franklin in a Cosby sweater.
Do your job or stay home.
I see Kathy Bates in Misery.
Yes.
Myself.
Well, she might play her in the movie.
Yeah,
that would be good casting.
She was there just counting the fags in attendance. Oh, you can't laugh at that one, Stump Brain?
I was.
No, he's raising his hand.
Yeah, I don't know why she was there. Everyone on Twitter was like, what is up with this broad and why is she here?
Why did you have a Syrian refugee there? Why did you have the woman who started fired up and ready to go? Everybody's just making a statement.
I hate when they get over. Oh, speaking of, he does it all the time, too. He's on TV right now, Chris Christie. Somewhere there's a mom, and no, he doesn't even say somewhere. He uses their first name. I don't like that.
Well, it all started when, I forget who was the president, brought the guy that jumped into the Potomac to save someone after the plane crash.
I did something similar.
You did?
Yes, I don't know if you mean referencing what I did when I was in Farrington Lake in North Brunswick.
Right.
What did you do?
Jumped into the lake.
And saved someone?
And who'd you save?
No, that's a period. I just had that in common. It wasn't to save anyone. It was because I wanted to cool off.
Did you actually jump in a lake?
Yes, I did.
To cool off?
That's how we would insult each other back in those days. Go jump in the lake. And I'd be like, I will.
I will.
I had nothing funny.
All right, it's okay.
Are you talking about Lenny Skutnik?
Yes, Skutniks, because that's what they call these people
that's
now,
him?
Skutniks.
Yeah.
Because and that started this tradition of bringing people in, putting them in a visible position, and then the president kind of calling them out, or the camera's pointing to him when he talks about them.
He was like Goose Gossage.
Yeah, so before Lenny Skutnik, they didn't really do this?
Sparky Lyle. I'll name more pictures.
Okay.
This became a thing after Lenny Skutnik.
How about it doesn't have to become a thing? It just happened to be a thing that worked that one time.
Well,
Instead of
They turned
forcing
it into, they forced it.
and then turning it into now it's got to be a thing.
Well, I feel that same way about the response. I don't think, personally, I don't think we need a response. It's the president's thing. Let him do his thing. But it's now grown so that you have Nikki Haley responding, the Libertarians responding, Rand Paul posted a response.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be heard. It's like, it's just silly.
What's wrong with Nikki Haley's mouth? Why don't her teeth, kind of separate when
Worst
she talks?
blowjobs ever.
What's wrong with her? And they say she's like a star in the party, a rising star.
Well, they're looking for, it appears that the Republicans are looking for a female candidate for vice president. But if it's Trump as the candidate, she's not going to get the nod because she kind of took a big shot at him last night.
What'd she say?
Yeah, she did.
She talked about being the child of immigrant parents and really focused on that whole issue. And it was almost a direct shot on Trump versus a shot on Obama.
Oh, there she is right there. Yeah, she's...
Yeah, both sides beat up Trump pretty good last night.
Yeah, without naming him.
Yeah, I know.
I think
they're scared of him.
Who's Trump going to pick as his vice president? Any names floating around yet?
Well, I would think Eric Trump would be a good choice.
Eric Trump. I go Donald Trump Jr. before Eric Trump.
I think he'd pick, I think he would try and make Cruz, and if you look at the way they're not really attacking each other, Trump's messing with him on the whole birth thing, but he's never really fired back hard at Ted Cruz and keeps calling him his friend.
But we'll see after this debate. Trump said if anybody come at him at this debate, he's coming back 5 times harder.
Ooh!
This will be good because there's only 7 on that stage Thursday night, so we have potential to have a real dogfight, which could be fun.
Is Christie going to be in there? No.
I think he's on.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he made the main stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rand Paul and Fiorina were
and Rand says he's not
dropped to the
up.
kids' table.
Oh, yeah?
Huh?
Rand's going to stay home. He said, I'm not going. If I can't be on the main stage, I'm not going.
Ah, what a baby.
He took his football and left.
That's baby shit, no?
I mean, he put himself there.
I think it's a bad idea for him to bail out. But then again, this might be the way for him to in a dignified way to drop out because he's still sitting around 2%.
Yeah.
Time has a tweet. See how President Obama has aged since his 2009 address. That's the smoking.
Yeah.
The smoking is ripping Obama apart. He's aging way too quickly. I know.
The stress, though. The stress.
I know the president's definitely aged very quickly, and then they gain a couple years back after they get out of there.
Yeah.
But I think that's smoking.
Wow.
Well, the pressure and the smoking, it's all got to be just insane.
It's known that he's a smoker.
Yeah.
Is he still smoking, though?
I don't know.
Who knows?
He won't get back to me. I've texted him a few times. I'm like, what are you doing? Having a ciggy? And I put LOL in a winky face. I haven't heard back. That was 2008.
I would assume he's still smoking. If he's thinking about stopping, he's probably will start that next year.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing he and Boehner agreed on when Boehner was in. The two of them would smoke, and that's the crazy thing. But you're probably right, because nobody talks about it. And when they're not talking, if he had quit, it would be a national thing. He would say, quit like me. I know it was tough, but you can do it.
No, I bet she's smoking. He kind of looks like he has a smoker's face.
I mean, in that
shit
position,
starts drying out when you get a little older, right?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. He looked a little more leathery in that second picture.
Is that it? I don't know. We have a whole bunch of clips to play, but I think we're not going to do that. There wasn't much going on.
There wasn't much for me. No surprises. You know, he plugged all the gun violence, the paid leave, equal pay, and all that stuff. And the big thing at the end, when he just talked about redistricting and trying to set up, that was a surprise to me. What is he going to do?
Redistricting what? What was his name?
Well, he was talking about the way that they gerrymander districts so that parties can get control of Congress. And that was just like out of nowhere at the end.
I want to go back to Biden for a second. A couple days ago, I saw his interview on CNN. And he's not really throwing his support toward Hillary at all. I mean,
really?
Yeah, no.
Maybe he's trying to stay neutral.
Huh?
He took a shot at her, and
that's illegal. My God, I hope she's okay.
Well, he missed.
I thought that was fascinating because they also said, are you thinking of running still? And he pretty much said that the door is closed. But at that point, wouldn't you kind of support Hillary from
what
your
about
party?
Bernie? What about Bernie? Maybe he's a Bernie guy.
He said
he kind of supported Bernie more than he did Hillary.
He did. But he also said, I regret my decision not to run every day. Mm-hmm. And there's still plenty of time. And there's huge speculation that if Hillary tanks in these first three primaries, Biden could easily jump in and possibly with like an Elizabeth Warren as a running mate. So you would have Biden, who everybody loves, and this hardline progressive like Elizabeth Warren, who will get the Bernie Sanders vote. And that would pretty much be a really tough ticket to beat.
Girl and boy ticket. Yeah, you're right.
So you don't think it's completely over?
No, I don't, especially with the noise he's been making the last week. And the story he told about Obama offering to pay for his house because he was worried he was going to lose his house when his son got sick.
Oh.
That was a gut-wrenching story.
But how is someone like Biden going to lose his house?
It's possible that I guess he had to pay for his son's treatment?
Yeah, Biden was the lowest on the totem pole in terms of wealth in the Senate. He was a guy who spent 20-plus years there and didn't convert it into a fortune like everybody else. His net worth was way down. And so he's always been known here in Delaware as a guy who doesn't have a whole lot of money. Yeah. And he told the president he was worried about losing the house, and Obama, the story he says, Obama said, don't lose the house, don't sell it, I will give you the money.
All right.
But then he said, I'm having some renovations done. And then Obama saw the price. He's like, I don't think that's going to happen, Joe. You might want to get an apartment.
You might want to downsize.
Yeah, exactly. You might want to move outside Wilmington to a smaller suburb. Nice apartment.
I did the numbers.
Nice 2-bedroom, Formica kitchen, countertops.
Formica.
Well, if I were Obama, I'd say, wait, don't we give you a house here? You've got a place here in D.C. What's the big deal?
Exactly. Where you going?
You still have to get out once you get out the job, so...
Yeah.
That's true. But I still think that's a big possibility for him. I think that's a huge chance he'll, depending on what we see in 3 weeks, so we'll know.
And our boys are safe in Iran?
They've been released. There's all kinds of questions about this. Iran... If they didn't release them, it would slow down this $150 billion payment that they're about to get.
Why are we paying Iran?
It's Jimmy, it's one of those things. I don't like this deal. I think it's a bad deal with bad people, and this just proves it. 10 days ago, they shot a live missile exercise within striking distance of vessels we had in the Persian Gulf.
So we're spending $150 billion and then crying about how we don't have money. We're just giving the Iranians money to not make a nuclear weapon. Why don't we fucking stop it?
That's what we paying them for? That's so they won't enrich uranium?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
We're lifting the sanctions that we had put in place and giving them $150 billion if they say we won't enrich uranium. And they've allegedly delivered all of that enriched uranium to Russia, and they carted it out of there 2 weeks ago.
They said most of the money they get from the United States, though, is going towards the hummus. So that's good.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
All right, Stump Brain. Listen, the Blaze.
I think it is off of that, Jimmy.
Thank you. It's a terrific little website that you're part of, a big part of.
Yes, thank you, sir.
And I guess we'll talk to you on Friday after the debate.
If you want it, I'm here. I'll be here post-debate to see whatever silliness happened that night.
You think Trump goes after Cruz? What happens during this debate?
Trump says he's a counterpuncher. He's only going to go after people if they go after him. So if Cruz keeps his powder dry, I don't think he'll get the 5 times as hard treatment from Trump. But we'll see.
Ted Cruz annoys me.
Why?
He just does. His dumb face.
He is kind of...
I don't like him.
The whole family. Even when we watched the video with him and his family shooting that commercial.
Well, I think I almost think they were a little unfair to him.
But it's just him, though. His personality is weird.
He was saying about I watched part of his rebuttal last night, and he's like, well, instead of just going like, yeah, this is good that they're going to be released, he had to act like he didn't understand why they had been taken if they had drifted into Iranian waters. Shut up, Ted. You do know why they were taken. And if they're released in 24 hours... You have to say that's a good thing. Not, they shouldn't have been taken in the first place. Because you're going to tell me an Iranian ship drifts into U.S. waters, we wouldn't fucking pull. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stop it, Teddy.
He probably hates that.
Hey, can we see the fucking little tooth lady? Who's that Edgar-mouthed woman?
Nikki Haley?
Nikki Haley.
All right, yeah, stay right
South
there
Carolina.
for a second.
Nikki Haley.
All right.
The teeth not moving is really creepy.
Yeah, what a clipped fucking speech idiot she is.
Soon the Obama presidency will end, and America will have the chance to turn in a new direction. That direction is what I want to talk about tonight.
Cool, make sure you don't separate your teeth at all. I don't want to know that you have a tongue whatsoever.
She's all teeth and ass.
Oh, is she awful?
She's crunchy down.
She's literally that fucking fake politician smile with her dumb white teeth showing.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Maybe she just had her teeth
orange
whitened.
face.
Maybe they were just whitened for this speech. And she's still getting that pings of pain.
They kind of look like caps, like really big caps, too, because they were perfect, weren't they?
Yeah, they were perfect, because she knew she was going to be giving the rebuttal, so she made sure that her teeth were perfect and that they were very white and that she could just kind of move her lips over them.
I have no problem with any of that stuff. I have a problem with the fact they don't move. Or they don't separate when she talks.
Yeah, it's like a Conan O'Brien sketch. Remember the fucking...
Yes.
They would put the mouth around the politician?
Yes. Yes.
I could have just said Conan. We all know who I meant.
Barbarian.
At the outset, I'll say this. You've paid attention to what has been happening in Washington.
Yes.
And you're not naive. Neither am I.
That's cool.
I see what you see. And
really?
many of
Big,
your
bright, white teeth that don't separate? Is that what you see?
Because that's
it's
what
distracting.
we're looking at. Right.
You're not supposed to talk with your crest strips on. Take your crest strips off before you speak, miss. It's awful. I hope you like, my teeth have been lacquered. They had to get down to, it was very expensive because they had to get to number 5. They had to sand down to number 5 to make them ready to be lacquered with white. You're supposed to be able to see yourself in my teeth. I hate her teeth.
frustrations are my frustrations.
Yeah.
A frustration with a government that has grown day after
My
day.
teeth look like the inside of the spaceship in 2001: A Space Odyssey. They're perfectly white.
Year after year, yet doesn't serve us any better.
Open your mouth a
frustration with
little.
the same endless conversation.
And yes, I was voted 3 years in a row as the worst blowjob in the country. I don't put the entire penis into my mouth. I just bang it angrily against my closed teeth and say, "Are you going to come or are you going to come?" And I talk with my teeth closed.
Clushed.
Over and over again.
Try even doing that. It's
Frustration
hard.
with promises made and never kept.
Yeah.
We need to be
I'm actually
honest
holding
with
a
each other.
plum between the cheeks of my ass. And if they loosen, you're going to hear a kerplop onto the floor. It helps me keep my teeth clenched.
That's it for her.
Yeah, she was wonderful.
She's the governor, right? Governor of South Carolina.
Yes.
Rising star.
Bright
Rising star in the
bright
Republican
woman.
Party.
God bless. Rising
star.
The future
in
of the party.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey.
I'll be back Friday, boys. Thank you.
You're all right. You didn't comment.
No, I'm fine. You guys were very entertaining.
All right.
As always.
The big plug is theblaze.com.
Or
The
at
Blaze.
Stuntbrain on the Twitter.
Or at Stuntbrain on the Twitter.
Stuntbrain.
We did good for Kevin Brennan yesterday. We got him a lot of new followers, so maybe we get some Stuntbrain followers today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Holy shit, he gained 1,000 yesterday. That's not bad.
So what are you up to, 1,001?
Yeah, he went from 500 and something to 1,500 and something now.
Good for him.
Not
bad for old dude.
I'd be interested to hear his conversations today.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Stuntbrain, we're going to take a break. Thank you, sir.
Friday.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sherrod Small in studio.
In the building, baby.
Jim Norton going to Tampa Bay this weekend.
I leave tomorrow. I guess I'll be on my call to show Friday. I don't think I'll make it back tomorrow.
Jimmy.
But I'm doing the Side Splitters, which I love, in Tampa.
Okay.
And then I have Arizona next week, and then a bunch of stuff. Kentucky and Chicago. And, I'm so happy with the tour.
Jim, you doing a comedy off-Broadway? I'm there this weekend in Kentucky. In Lexington?
You know what? I don't know the name of the comedy club I'm in. It's the Laughing Derby.
Nice.
You know?
Derb down.
It's like a hat thing.
That's right.
I'll be there February.
There's going to be a horse thing since it's Kentucky.
Oh, you know what? That is probably... You're right. I'm a dope. I didn't catch that. I'm sorry. 456. I'll be at the Laughing Kentucky Derby.
We got Sherrod Small today.
In the building.
That makes me a very happy person.
It's good to be here, you know?
Love Sherrod.
It's a great morning.
Race Wars tonight on this channel.
That's right. We got Yamanika Saunders on tonight. Comedian Yamanika.
Nice.
She's on Meredith Vieira's show on NBC.
Is that show still on?
No, it got canceled.
They
still got new episodes coming.
Poor
I saw your expression stop. You changed.
No, I was trying to figure out if the show was still on.
Yeah, they chopped it.
They chopped it? They said so long?
I mean, how long is it going to stay on?
I don't know.
They did a year or two, right?
2 years.
They did 2 years?
Yeah.
What's taking its place?
Reruns of MASH.
Oh, really? You're going to be doing the Powerball.
Oh, I'm playing? Yeah, I'm going to play.
I think everyone's playing.
How can you not play $1 billion?
1.5.
Jesus.
Let's not forget the other $500 million.
The government's going to take $600 million of it.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice payday.
Easily.
$1.5 billion. The drawing's tonight?
The drawing is tonight at 11 o'clock, 11 p.m.
Talking Powerball.
I'll play some. I bought tickets last week.
You pick your own numbers, you let them do it for you?
I do the auto pick, quick pick.
Yeah, I think that...
I don't want to get into my grandmother's birthday. And get out of
I heard I'm in the running.
You're in the running.
They said it's looking good, Chipper.
All right.
Chipper, what are you going to do with the money?
Probably buy big earplugs. Get it?
Yeah, I get it.
I'd probably just buy like a bunch of fucking gold.
Yeah.
Gold
That's
pool.
not a bad investment, actually.
I make a big pool out of it called swimming.
That's what you can do with your money.
Yep, fucking $1 billion pool. Fuck girls in it. Can't come in it, Travis.
I would never go in your.
I'm just chipping you. You come. Nope. Probably get stuck in the fucking strainer. Oh, look, there's some garbage in your strainer.
It's a big strainer. $1.5 billion.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I guess you got just for the goof. You buy a ticket, right?
I buy 10 tickets.
You got 10.
I've already begun spending the money, gentlemen.
Watch somebody from another country win it, and it's going to make us all feel awful.
Who's in on this? The whole country?
There's going to be a nice South American in here who.
What happened to the people who thought they won? Wasn't there like a bunch?
Yes, that restaurant in they thought they won
for like 20 minutes.
They had the ticket. They had the numbers from the last week or something like that.
They filmed it too.
And filmed it. It was on
sure
security
it's not bullshit
camera.
or it's real? Oh,
yeah, it's real.
Yeah, no, it's real.
So wait a minute. Did who made the mistake?
Yeah, show me this video.
I think the bartender.
Did they have it a week later? They actually had the numbers a week later?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the numbers on Wednesday, but it was a Saturday drawing. But they were looking.
It's still amazing.
Oh my God!
They were looking at their Wednesday numbers.
They missed.
Oh wow, that's pretty damn
Could
close.
they have just replayed it and won?
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can replay numbers.
So they would have won if they replayed it.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah, sure. If you played the same numbers on Saturday, you would have won. But they were looking at the numbers from Wednesday.
Right.
What are the odds of that, though? You miss it by a few
1 in
days.
292 million.
Yeah.
For 20 minutes.
Wow. You knew the answer.
Yeah, for 20 minutes, New Jersey restaurant workers thought they won
Jersey
Powerball. Let me see this.
Jersey.
Yeah, Powerball tickets. Imagines what it would be like to have that one winning ticket. Well, a bunch of restaurant workers in New Jersey got that feeling last Saturday, but as Dan Bowen shows us, their victory celebration didn't last very long.
63, yes! Powerball 17, yes!
It is what euphoria
embarrassing.
looks like. $940 million worth of pure bliss.
It was unbelievable. It was, my legs were shaking.
At least, that's what the staff at Grissini's restaurant in Inglewood...
Good, get back to work. You don't win nothing. Now get back to work and get me my egg salad.
Oh, you eat egg salad?
Get me my egg salad.
Yuck.
I want a bowl of egg salad with a ladle.
Oh, my God.
And a little mayonnaise to mix in there.
Yuck.
Let's see what he said.
Okay.
So we're 20-minute millionaires. Everybody the rest of the breeding.
Nobody understands what you're saying, sir.
Those 5 or 10 or 20 minutes was just amazing.
Saturday night, bartender Charles Pavaramo got a text listing what he thought was the winning numbers. That's him on surveillance video calling them out.
2, 11, 7, 47.
The numbers, one after another, were matching their ticket. Could it be?
417, yes!
You didn't win nothing. Get back to work. Get me my fucking soup. Get my fucking pea soup.
Pea soup.
Get my fucking pea soup.
Oh, Jesus.
And we're crying. You know, it was just a real nice feeling. You didn't think any about spending it or...
I'd like to apologize. That text I sent to the owner, your wife's a con. Look, I didn't mean that. I was just joking around, I meant to say she's blunt, but, autocorrect. And that whole thing where I shut my hand and I pushed it in the customer's face with it to tip me, I was joking. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Honey, my wife, I don't want a divorce.
Like that. Employees were taking the aprons off, tossing them on the floor. I'm not washing any more dishes in this place.
Yeah, I'm going to be back there washing the dishes. I was just joking. I was just joking for 20 minutes. I don't shove the job. I want to go back there and wash the dishes, actually. I wouldn't quit. Even if I want, I wouldn't quit.
I bet you a few of these guys are going to now get fired. They
showed their true colors.
They probably said some shitty thing.
Yeah, I didn't mean to throw the apron on the floor. I'm sorry. I'll have it cleaned. I'm going to go in the back and clean the dishes and cups like I planned on doing anyway. The whole thing, where I stood over the stew with my genitals out. I was joking. I didn't mean to urinate in the stew. I'll clean out that pot. I didn't mean it.
Mackenzie says 42 employees, cooks, waiters, valet, we're all in on the pool.
Hold on, 40 fucking 2 people. Buy your own tickets.
It's not that expensive. Just buy your own fucking ticket.
But the
Why
thing
would
is,
you do
the
that?
odds increase.
Who cares?
And plus, if one person wins, then you all get a little taste.
No, man. You buy your own fucking tickets. I would never share a lottery ticket with someone.
One person,
even
I
$1 billion lottery ticket.
No, I'll go and buy my own.
Hold on, my love. What was the ticket price? What was the win on that one? How much? $962?
Yeah. Call it a solid bill.
962 divided by 42.
42. Oh, yeah.
God damn it! I did the math wrong. Hold on. 962 divided by 42.
It's 20 million. 20 plus
22
million. 22.
Yeah, that's
22, 23 million each.
Yeah.
That's the quick math on that.
Yeah. It's really less than that because once you take the taxes out,
it's probably
it might be half of that.
It's $12 million. It's more than enough to quit a restaurant job.
It's still amazing.
Take this job and shove it right back in my pocket where it belongs. I like this job. Shove this job right back in my darn pocket and get back to work.
Are you saying in that 20 minutes some things were said?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I did.
Yeah. Look, you've been a wonderful boss. I want to continue working. I was running quickly. My hand hit your wife's breast. I didn't mean to squeeze it. I didn't mean to squeeze them both. That was an accident. I apologize.
Oh, man.
Go back a little bit.
Accidents
Where are we at?
Throwing the aprons on the floor.
I'm not washing any more dishes in this place.
Yeah.
Michael DiVincenzi says 42 employees, cooks, waiters, valet, were all in on the pool.
Well, how much would you guys have each gotten?
$22 million apiece.
Oh,
what I hear.
nailed it.
That's before taxes.
You'd quit for those 20 minutes. You said I'm finished.
Yes.
Diego Moreno had parking cars here for 20 years. During those 20 minutes when he thought he'd
What
won.
about parking cars? The guy that was parking cars, you think he might have smashed one?
Yeah. You know that thing where I threw your keys at you, and I said, why don't you park this yourself so you and your fucking fat wife can walk into that shitty roach-infested restaurant? I was joking. I'll be happy to do that.
I'll get a tow truck and get your car out of the lake. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that.
I didn't mean that.
That whole tie to brick and put the broom handle thing, go fuck your mother. I was joking. Why would you? She's a wonderful woman, rest in peace.
I'm just having a little fun.
Oh, yeah. By the way, that guy I strangled over, that's the guy that read the numbers wrong. Yeah. We won't see him no more. There's only 21 of us left. Yeah, remember Mr. Enthusiasm? He's in a hospital having his jaw fixed. Yeah, his teeth fell out like chiclets. We all lined up and beat him like a rapist in a Brazilian jail.
All right, let's go back to the guy that was parking cars and thought he could quit his job.
You said, nope, I'm a millionaire now.
No. That's so funny.
Yeah, I'm laughing now. You know, to make up for the crying and that whole crucifix broken over there. I got to pick that up. I found out I broke a cross. I went to the church and I got a cross and I broke it over a car. I said, you're a cruel God.
That's the saddest shit ever. That poor dude's standing outside parking cars.
Yeah, you know, some of the people are trying to be positive. Hey, we knew for 20 minutes before they get it out. A lot of them had their teeth knocked out. We really turned on each other like Lord of the Flies.
They kill Piggy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Wait, somebody said, give us a car, and you said, nope, I'm a millionaire now.
No.
A million,
That's a funny thing about me.
This is the ticket, and those are the numbers. 2, 11, 47, 62, 63, 17. They are winning numbers. The problem is they weren't the winning numbers on Saturday night. These were the winners for Wednesday.
Before we knew it, it was all over with.
Charles says reality hit after his wife told him to double check, just to be sure.
And sure enough, I went to the website, and like now it's 20 after 11, all set of new numbers, all different numbers.
Everyone, including Diego, is back at work. They'll play for $1.5 billion Wednesday.
I don't know. I think it's impossible.
Yeah, you know, we're keeping our chins up. I mean, why not? Why not twice? Why can't it happen twice? Yeah, my wife, you know, typically she is the one that would say, go check. You know, why wouldn't she?
You love your wife, sir?
No, I don't. She's the one that told me to go check and ruined everything. Hey, guy, attention, please. Turn down the music. Turn down the music and open the doors, let the customers back in. I called my wife, and she told me to double check. And, you know, the same woman that just told us to celebrate now told me that we don't have any money. So get back to work, everyone. Get back to work.
It was probably very similar to the Chilean miners afterwards, where they looked at each other and said, we've done some very terrible things here in the last 20 minutes. Let's just pretend they didn't happen.
Yeah, let's just pretend that never happened. And, you know, you clean your own semen off the floor and we'll act like we didn't see what you was doing. Oh, my God, what a cruruel...
Just a bunch of people begging for their jobs back.
Yeah,
so
and I love the driver.
Oh,
you don't know the odds. It's probably no good. You think, stupid? Get that dumb smile off your face. God just fucked you in the ass, mouth, and ears. Get that fucking smile off your dumb car parking face. Oh, I fucking hate him.
Hey, go get my car.
Get my car and take that fucking Life O'Reilly smile off your face, you fucking retard. God just fucked you worse than he has ever fucked anyone.
The worst fucking ever.
Ever.
Oh, man, sad. It's really sad.
Oh, my God. You know, the odds not good. Win twice.
Right.
It's impossible to win once. And you tasted it for 20 minutes.
And now your numbers are going to come in?
Exactly.
For real?
Go back to the bathroom and fucking swab out your foreskin like you've been doing every Every night after work before you go home to your fucking horrible wife. Ugh. What a cruel God. What a cruel fucking God.
Wow.
But literally, that guy has a bigger beef with God than tsunami victims.
You think it's a little colder outside now? These parking cars got colder?
Oh, my God. Every time he gets into a car and he smells a little, I thought I was going to be able to buy this for 20 minutes. Now I'm not. I thought for 20 minutes I have something like this. We laugh about it for 20 minutes, but then the next day, reality hit me again. When I pick up my hat, when I pick up my hat and there's dirt, and I wipe dirt off and I go back to work. That's what I'm. Oh my God, that's terrible.
It's so awful.
That's terrible. That's a terrible, cruel God.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That fucking hurts. They had the numbers, but for the wrong fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? 4 days later.
Torture.
They had the numbers for Saturday, and they needed the numbers for Wednesday.
Yeah, we okay, though. It happened, No, I don't go to church no more. I never go back. No. I went one time. Me and my wife, we go back, and I yell, fuck you, as loud as I can. I walk back out. He's a piece of shit. That's horrible, man.
Horrible.
How close was someone to taking a chair and just throwing it through a window?
I don't know how it didn't happen. We found out we had the wrong numbers, and all of a sudden we have a do the right thing restaurant thing happening at the end. Some fucking kid in the kitchen named Mookie throws a goddamn garbage can through the window.
I'll go get the plywood to fix the windows.
Yeah, we're gonna go fix the windows. We had a Radio Raheem thing happen here, but it was just the numbers read wrong.
Put some bubbles on the wall.
Yeah, how come there's no winning numbers on the wall? It's all a bunch of old pickets.
Oh, fuck. I love this story.
Oh, that's a sad.
It's a wonderful story, Sherrod.
Yeah. I mean, these people reacted worse than Jim Norton when he found out Lucky Louie got canceled. All right. Oh, good. Don't try to tie it in personally.
Oh, fuck. Those poor people.
Yeah, man. That's fucking horrible. What a horrible fate.
Fuck.
Horrible.
They really thought for 20 minutes.
They thought long enough to tell everybody there that we won.
We're millionaires.
Ooh.
Opera Fuzz.
Ready to say congratulations? I guess not. E-Rock, you grabbed the mic. What's going on?
How about grabbing a Phil, Pete, Dave, or Charlie?
just stares off. NBC ran a piece yesterday talking about this story and people who do the office pool of work and stuff like that. They read the rules of the Lotto Commission. The Lotto Commission will only give out 10 checks. So if you have a party that's bigger than 10, like that group, it's up to you to figure out the taxes and divide everything up.
Wait a minute. Who do you know who to give the checks to besides the person that has the ticket?
Well, then that's where the fights start.
Well, they have rules on their website saying that make sure everyone has a copy of the ticket, just photocopy or something like that, a clear list of names of everybody in your group. But the Lotto Commission will only issue 10 checks.
Nah, but I said that we had the problem in 20 minutes because I said, remember, I said I want to be on, and you said, well, you know, to give me the money. I said, cut your throat if you try to take me out of this, and I know you're my boss. I was joking. I would never cut you through.
How does the office pool work? A guy just walks around and everyone... Why wouldn't you just get your own fucking tickets?
Because the odds increase with everybody's numbers.
Yeah, but then... Or have the one guy get tickets for everybody and go, all right, here's yours.
That's when the fight.
I don't understand sharing it in an office.
Yeah, it's the mentality of, so the game is $2, right? So everybody pitches in $2 and it's 20 people. So then all that goes on a bunch of tickets that if somebody else picked those numbers or whatever...
And they have won in the past. Office pools have won quite a few times. It's proved to be a smart strategy.
I get it, but I would rather just have my own fucking tickets, nice and clean.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice and clean.
I think
there's no reason to fight about it.
Do both ways. Well, you can always do both. Be part of somebody's group and have your own side tickets.
I'd rather just have my own, Sherrod.
It's all a hustle.
Odds aren't as good, but at least I know it's all mine.
Yeah.
A couple people won like $1 million last week, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the smaller prizes they won.
No small bag of potatoes.
Sell a lot of money.
Right?
We just tweeted that video.
That's so great.
That's Jimmy just fucking killed that one. Holy fuck!
You won't see him no more.
I got tears in my eyes.
Yeah, I would have been like jumping around like I fucking won.
It's the saddest. It's so sad. The guy outside really broke my heart.
The car parker.
And he fake laughing. It's like nothing's funny.
Yeah, trying to just keep his fucking...
It's 2 degrees out there.
Yeah. He's trying to keep himself from doubting everything he's ever believed that was good.
He's trying to just keep it fun.
Yeah.
Still trying to keep it fun.
We turned our cameras back, and then you see him just slumped over weeping. He's got his fucking head, and his hand is on the hood of a car. And then he takes it off, realizing he's putting fingerprints on a car he'll never afford again.
It's just in the
breathing in by the exhaust pipe.
He's just in the background committing Harry Carey as the reporter is wrapping up his piece.
Yeah.
Sad.
You know, it's funny when I found that. No, they say I take a duct tape and I put it around the exhaust and I put the hose in. I say I'm going to take a nap now. I realize I have to go home and see that fat pig again.
Shit in the cars of the people you didn't
That's
like.
disgusting.
Why would he do that?
Oh man, that dude. That's probably the first time he even went inside the restaurant. When he thought he won all that money.
Yeah, but he made a big declarative statement. I'm going to have the meatballs. Hey, you can order anything you want on the house.
You're saying he went against the rules and finally went into the restaurant?
I think that literally...
Like, you know what? I know I'm not allowed in here, but fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
I think literally he had a spoonful of meatball, and all of a sudden the owner read the tickets, and they knew something was wrong when they saw the owner angrily walking back with the plate. How come he's not eating his meatball? I don't know. He took the plate from me.
The owner rips the meatball out of his head.
Yeah, he's just got a fork with a meatball on it, no plate. Eat that and get back to work.
Deducted from his check.
Back to work. Back to work.
Yeah, I'm charging you for that meatball.
Exactly. It'll be $1.75. Get outside. Scratch a car, and I'm going to fucking poke your eyes out. Fucking bad number player. God, that's terrible, though. Can you imagine the fucking number a week later comes out? That's staggering.
4 days.
4 days later.
Boy. Right?
Oh, wait. Oh, it was a different draw.
It was Saturday's numbers, and they needed Wednesday's numbers.
They had no.
They never had a winning ticket.
They had Wednesday's numbers on their Saturday ticket.
Okay.
They looked at the website before it updated.
They never had Saturday's numbers.
No, they looked at the website before it updated. Like they figured that like at 11 o'clock, like it automatically updates.
Right,
numbers, and it hadn't. So they're reading Wednesday's numbers.
So he was reading that from the website?
Yeah.
And that makes it even worse.
And then an hour later, his wife's like, maybe you should check that again.
Oh,
his wife know who she married.
Yeah.
She married a dude who ain't winning.
Yeah, she knows what a dummy she married to. Hey, Ralph, maybe you want to check that again.
I think you guys are missing a very important part of this. So then the wife's back home bragging about it, like, look, they just won. Let me show you. And she's in front of a computer with somebody, and then had that moment of, oh, fuck.
She probably couldn't wait to tell him.
Wait 1 year from now when she's on the forensic files being interviewed about how she fucking had a plot to have him killed for his stupidity.
It's the worst.
She'll be on a fucking hidden camera, and I knew that he was wrong. I knew it.
There are burned barrels being delivered to New Jersey right now.
Oh my God,
it's
how
so
fucking
sad.
Because you know that like she probably said you might want to check again because she knows this is too good to be true.
It's another get-rich-quick scheme.
She was probably showing off at home and went, look, he just won on, let me show you.
She knew that dummy
and then,
didn't win
wait a minute,
anything.
these numbers aren't matching up anymore. Uh-oh.
That's the worst.
Honey, we didn't win. Yeah, no, I know. I'm not surprised. I mean, you remember this was going to be a chain of restaurants instead of just one in fucking Edgewater? I'm used to it. Oh, that's fucking terrible. That breaks my heart.
Oh, it's funny.
Breaks my heart.
I think he walked in that night all ashamed and looking at his wife.
If he didn't, he should have. Yeah. He should have. What are you going to do? That's what he said. For 20 minutes we felt it.
Hey, at least I'm going to be on the news tonight.
For the worst reasons.
Yeah. You think the next day at work was a real fucking downer?
Oh, and they're all showing up. The one guy who had left immediately, I'm going home!
Yeah.
And he threw his phone in celebration, so he didn't get the word till the next day when he came in. What's everybody here for? Why you guys all down? You found out about the taxes. Oh, no one called you, did they?
You might want to sit down.
Yeah, sit down first.
He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
On this chair shaped like a fist. Yeah, exactly. Take your Hawaiian shirt off. Oh, no.
Man, that's the worst.
Oh my God! How great would it be if there's a couple of suicides? Maybe not. Maybe that just made it real and genuinely sad.
All right, well, Powerball, $1.5 billion tonight.
Oh my God,
billion.
Yeah. My favorite story of the day is from a little high school in Wisconsin. Have you heard about this?
No.
Wisconsin high school athlete suspended for her tweet protesting sportsmanship policy that sparked national debate.
No.
So you go to these games, and there's a whole bunch of things they don't want you saying at the games anymore.
Yeah, absolutely, and they shouldn't be said.
Like what?
You fumbled the ball, you cunt. That's inappropriate.
Yeah, you can't say fumble.
Yeah. Heard your mother's sick. Oh, come on. Your father got arrested for touching an underage girl. Oh, come on. That's not nice. Whose uncle's a drunk driver? Come on, that's just real. You know her uncle had problems.
Man.
Oh my God!
They're banning chants at the sporting events at this high school.
Who is chants?
All chants?
Oh,
Wisconsin high school.
Wisconsin, though.
Oh, Wisconsin, the state is banning it at all high schools.
The state sent this out.
The whole state?
Good. Yeah. Absolutely. That's the problem.
I thought it was one dumb school.
Absolutely.
It's all the schools.
That's what the shootings are about. Chants.
Got to help our schools in promoting positive chants at a sporting event.
How about a positive chant?
What was the negative chant?
It's up to the school for how they want to enforce that, he said. Well, among the chants that have been heard at recent high school sporting events that they don't want anymore is "you can't do that," fundamentals, air ball.
You can't say that?
There's a net there.
There's a net there. Oh, no, they were talking about a girl. Somebody didn't know where a net had been, and they all jumped up and said, "There's a net there." And people, they thought it was a basketball chant.
That was helpful.
Yes, it was.
People don't know.
They don't know.
We can't hear you.
Oh, that's just harsh. What if you're not speaking loudly enough?
Season's over.
Ah, no. Why discourage?
This isn't real, is it? This is where we're going.
That's.
Did I get them all?
Is that for real?
Civ. You can't.
What's Civ?
Civ.
That's sort of like an air ball, right?
Yeah, or like your defense is like a sieve.
Civ, you go right through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is the positive? What is the tweet she sent out that she got in trouble for?
Eat shit. WIAA.
Good for her.
Eat shit.
Well, good for
star
her.
Athlete too.
Oh, she's a star athlete, and she got angry at him.
She's the one that posted a screen cap of the email.
Yeah.
Okay.
With eat shit.
Yeah, she got this whole thing going.
Well, that's a nice chant. Eat shit.
Yeah.
What the
right.
That you're eating something.
Absolutely.
It's important.
This is really happening.
Yeah, the new chant too. You don't have a winning ticket.
Oh, this is just. I mean, come on.
She's suspended for expressing her dismay about this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Good. Could I guarantee if it was somebody else, the fucking high school students would be happy that someone got in trouble. So good, fuck them. Live in that fucking boring world that you're helping to create.
Unbelievable.
Am I right or wrong, Travis?
Sporting events?
You can't say air ball?
Yeah.
Air ball.
Well,
when somebody shoots an air ball.
Because some people, they miss.
Oh.
Why point it out?
Oh, man.
It's supposed to be a safe space.
Don't they have any inner city fucking situations in Wisconsin? Because I know somebody's cheering worse things than that.
You don't think they would accept this up in Harlem?
Nah.
Yeah.
No, they battles. It's all battles.
Yep.
It's all about battling. Cheerleaders go at it.
We used to yell some funny stuff in school.
Like what?
Like what? Yeah.
You mother so push, can't pay attention. You hurt? What I said?
Yes, we did.
They yelled at you?
No.
Wisconsin. Those Badgers, what are they doing?
Obviously, someone came up with this that never played sports, probably, right?
I'm sure.
Don't understand this whole thing.
You can't yell no stick.
Yeah, stop chanting highly offensive things at basketball games like air ball and
That's a highly offensive
and scoreboard.
thing.
Why is that offensive?
You're
Scoreboard?
pointing out that the other team is
losing, and you can't point out the team is losing.
Oh, I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
What?
When they said offensive things at a basketball game, I'm like, well, I think I know what they're going. Oh no.
Yeah. We're talking just airball is offensive.
I mean, I went to a Yankee game and the fans and Ichiro was in outfield and the fans were going like this. That's
great.
Tong, chugga tong.
I love all that.
And I was like, now this is the game.
Didn't they start banning like offensive shirts at Yankee?
Boston Sucks.
What was it? Which one did that? Yankee Stadium?
Boston Sucks.
It was Boston Sucks shirts. They started banning those.
I'm guessing they want to cut down the fist fights.
Yeah,
that's probably part of it. Is too.
Fair enough on that point. Fair enough.
I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing, but
if that's the reason, then I guess I could see it their way a little bit. But that's all that shit makes it fun.
It makes it fun, but I guess these kids are going to be a bunch of pussies. Pussies, all of them.
At least the whole world's doing this, so we'll be okay, right?
North Korea ain't doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
ISIS ain't doing this shit.
Oh, that's right.
They can chant what they want.
Right.
Airhead! They throw your severed head into a fucking
basket.
No head.
No head. Yeah, they do that. That's the one chant they do.
I mean,
we've talked about this enough.
You think it's going to spread to other states now?
Yeah, of course it is. All this shit ends up doing. One dummy gets the idea, and then they all jump on and say, "Oh, that dumb idea is perfect for our school as well."
Everything's offensive. Everything.
It's exhausting. Rams moving back to L.A. with Chargers given option to join.
Dude, I hope that they get fucking. I hope that they die in like 2 years. No one goes.
Who, the Rams? Yeah, but not people.
I think this time around football is going to work.
They got the stadium already, right?
What do you think, Eric Stangl?
I think in the short term, people might go, but I don't think they're going.
That's what I was saying before. Short term / long term.
Yep. They haven't had football there since 1994.
So they're going to be very
94.
It's that long.
The end of the 94 season. That's when the Rams left.
No kidding.
Wow.
I didn't think it was that long.
Yeah.
So we're talking
over 20 years.
Yeah. 21 years, almost 22 years. Got to put that 6 in there nowadays instead of the 5 when you do the math.
The Rams needed it, though. They needed a new town.
I think the Rams have the best shot of actually getting a fan
Well, they've
base.
already been there.
Exactly.
The LA Chargers.
I never thought Oakland should have left. I never thought the Raiders should have left. I think they always should just stay in Oakland and try to make it happen.
Oakland. The Oakland Raiders.
Well, people stopped going to the LA Raiders games because the fans were insane. I mean, that actually was a threat because they're fist fights and all that.
It was just
people getting
scary.
Stabbed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was too gangsta.
Yes.
Those games. All right, well.
No, people stopped going because in LA they support the Dodgers, but they're not going to.
Do they even go to Dodgers games?
They come late.
Yeah, they come late. It's like Miami
early.
for basketball.
Man caught after sending selfie to police.
Oh, yeah, he said they had the wrong picture for him. He wanted to get a better picture of himself.
He hated the picture they had for him.
Right.
He was on the lam or whatever, so he sent them a selfie like, look, if you're going to have a picture of me, here's
He
a
thinks he
better
looks
one.
like Terrence Howard in that picture. So what happened? They get a trace of it?
Yeah, that's how they found him. It was a better picture of him. They found him, yeah.
But they didn't find him because he sent the selfie. They were going to find him either way. He was just like, look, you're showing this horrible picture of me all over the place. Here's a nice one.
Oh, wait, what
from a nice angle.
What story was just shown before this? I wanted to talk about it.
Charlie Sheen?
No. They were just showing it before.
What else?
I don't know. I wanted to comment on it.
Something about the race for the presidency?
Nope.
El Chapo?
El Chapo is
surely
Steve Avery.
David Bowie.
Nope. Powerball.
Not the Stephen Avery trying to.
Wow, $1.5 billion in New York City. You take home $579 million. These fucking thieving cocksuckers take almost $1 billion of your fucking money.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How is that?
Yeah.
Huh?
City tax.
But now you wonder why fucking people try to protect their money.
Yeah.
Like, I know $579 is a lot of money, but what fucking...
Yeah, 1.4 is like they taking like $590 something?
Oh, how dare they? A quarter of your fucking money.
That's what pisses me off. I feel like they got enough money to run this fucking country. Don't take it.
Quarter?
That's
I mean, for the federal.
Yeah.
No, but they take that to fucking... But give Iran $150 billion. Fucking assholes.
That's a lot of tax money out of that one win.
They really are disgusting. Oh, stolen valor.
Stolen valor. We love these stories.
The fact that the conviction was overturned, and it should have been overturned.
What are you talking about?
Which one?
How the fuck do they convict anyone of this? You are allowed
I don't know the story, Jimmy. Help me out.
Some guy in Idaho was convicted in 2007 of violating the Stolen Valor Act. Makes it a misdemeanor to falsely claim military accomplishments.
All right.
Stupid Bush signed it into law, but the Supreme Court struck it down as a violation of free speech. It is a violation of free speech. I mean, you're a scumbag if you're doing it, but it should be allowable by law. It's like flag burning.
Yeah.
It's unpleasant, and we can think you're a cunt for doing it.
Yeah, we don't like it, but you got
It's absolutely protected speech, so good for them. That's all.
Yeah, well, they're so hateful.
It's a crime to profit financially by lying.
They're so hateful.
Yeah, it was one guy who was going around to like Walmarts or something. Remember? He was.
That's different. Yeah, maybe because if you're.
Pretending to be a
or how about you have to show your military ID? How about that? How about they just make you show your military ID?
You can just
make one of those.
Can you?
Yeah.
Well,
Jimmy.
But driver's licenses are hard to make. Isn't that already that should be a crime in itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
well,
forgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you're showing it to a Walmart employee,
They don't know the difference.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to know the difference.
How embarrassing you walk around like that.
I've done it.
You have?
Yes, I have.
You steal a lot of Valor?
Yeah, but I got caught fast because I did the chant wrong with a bunch of Marines.
What was your chant?
Hooray!
Yeah, they'll see through that.
I thought it was celebratory.
They'll see right through that shit.
There hasn't been a good Stolen Valor video on YouTube recently. Those are wonderful to watch.
What, when somebody gets shouted out?
They get called out by a real military guy.
Yep.
And then the frump is just sitting there in the middle of the mall looking like an idiot.
Let's see it.
You haven't seen any of these?
Nah.
Can we show maybe?
And not like publicly embarrass somebody, like ran up on them.
Oh,
Like,
these are brutal. Let's find a good one. Does anyone have a good one? You're pointing at one, Paul?
You should be forced to go in the military once they found out you lied about it.
There's some good ones. Go to view count. Get one that has a lot of views. That would certainly be one of the better ones.
I know some guys will tell girls that so they'll get laid, but I know motherfuckers.
That's different.
This is the one
benefiting from it, like financially.
This is the one, the top one. Yes, this guy.
The fact this guy saw this is amazing.
This has 5 million views.
Wait,
come here.
They're in a mall or an airport.
Hey, sir. Hey, my son would like to meet you. He really admires guys in the Army.
Hey, buddy. I'm Sean.
What unit were you in?
I'm with the 2nd Battalion Rangers.
75th?
Second. We're 75th Ranger Regiment with the 2nd Battalion.
What's your MOS?
My MOS is 11 Bravo.
All right.
I'm what's called Attack 1. All I do is I go out on missions.
Where'd you get your 3 CIBs at?
Afghanistan.
All 3?
All 3.
You know you need to be in 3 different campaigns to get 3 CIBs, right?
This one was from Afghanistan.
Okay.
That's from Iraq.
Okay.
And that was for my 2nd rotation back to Afghanistan.
You know, no matter how many you do, you can only get 1. For Iraq, Afghanistan, all 3, you can only get them. You know that, right?
My campaign took me outside of mission lines from Afghanistan.
That doesn't make any sense. And you're in 2nd Bat Rangers?
Yep.
There it is. Where's your combat patch at?
I gave it to a little kid again.
All right, watch
This guy's got answers, though. I love this. This guy, he knows. The second that guy said,
he's trying.
How come we don't? You have 3 different for one campaign.
Yeah.
You know, inside he's like, nerds.
He's got a few hamanas in his brain right now.
Oh no, but he's got some answers.
Oh no!
I gave my patch to a kid.
Oh boy. I thought I won the Powerball.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
No.
For 20 minutes, I had Valor. And then they said, no, this is Wednesday's patch. I'm like, oh, for Pete's sake.
Oh, fuck.
Why did I have to see this guy in the mall? Come and have lunch with my command sergeant major. Oh, boo.
Do you know where the nearest Gap is? I want to change out of these clothes.
Yeah. I bet you for the rest of his life, every time he walks in a room, you just hear, wah, wah.
All right, this is just getting.
Let me see a little more. I gotta see more.
This gets way better. I remember this one.
Here.
Got me on that one, bud.
Liar.
Wait, what he made? He called him a liar and
Where's your combat patch at?
I gave it to a little kid again.
Yeah.
All right, watch your flag so low on your shoulder. It should be up here.
Oh.
Got me on that one, bud.
Liar.
Oh no.
Your boots are all on blast too.
Because I literally just got home.
From where?
From Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis? Is that where the Rangers are?
That's where we're stationed.
How come? Where's your shirt underneath? Your tan T-shirt. What's your rank?
I'm a staff sergeant.
By the way,
Sergeant?
Paul, this is how you know the guy's a fat phony for obvious reasons. He's not saying, who the fuck are you questioning?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what you would
You
do.
don't just stand there and answer. You
Yeah.
go, where's your combat patch?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Fuck your kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Mr. Army Boy. That's my name. What's your name? What's my name? Mr. Army Boy. Where I serve. A whole bunch of big places where the Army is. You know how fast that'd fall apart in this? If I had the Army uniform, where'd you serve? Yeah, where the Army goes, I go. You look for the Army, and that's where I am, Buster Bud. I would have 0 answers prepared.
Man.
Where's your patch? Was stolen. Bunch of patch thieves. Help me find them. You go that way, and I'll meet you back here tomorrow. I would get fucking busted so fast.
Guys hanging in there, sort of.
Yeah, where's your tan T-shirt? I don't have one. That's why I'm wearing this Black Sabbath one underneath. They stole it. Stole it off my back while I was armying about. I would get busted so fucking quickly.
Let's go back to Fat Body.
What's your rank?
I'm a staff sergeant.
Staff sergeant? Where'd you go to basic training?
Fort Jackson.
Fort Jackson? You know, the infantry only goes to Fort Benning, right?
Yeah, for Ranger training.
No, for basic training.
No, I didn't start off as a Ranger.
Now he's looking at his phone.
Oh, no, he's looking at his phone for Ranger facts. Things Rangers say.
He's attempting to Google in front of this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Siri, what does a Ranger do?
Exactly. What should a Ranger weigh? Look at this fucking fat-necked idiot. How are you a Ranger? Oh, no.
Oh, he looks down at his phone for help. He's like, could this thing please start ringing?
Yeah.
As infantry.
You didn't? What'd you start off as?
I started off as a M1, as a driver for Humvees.
What's the actual MOS for that, for a driver?
My driver MOS, hold on 1 second. Staff sergeant.
Staff sergeant. He's calling a staff sergeant. Why is he calling a staff sergeant if he's already a staff sergeant? That doesn't make much sense.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He did a fake answer.
He's now taking a fake phone call.
From what?
And there was no
He's
ring.
Panicking. No ring.
You could see behind it. Go back a little bit when he picks up the phone. Like slow back like 1 or 2 frames.
Yeah.
I want to see what that looks like when he's picking. Can you see the glow of the phone? Like it's such a fake phone call.
Yeah.
I don't think you see it.
Staff sergeant.
Oh, he's just pranking. Okay.
Staff sergeant. He's calling a staff sergeant. Why is he calling a staff sergeant if he's already a staff sergeant? That doesn't make much sense.
Hey, where are you?
That don't make no sense.
Okay.
Hey, where are you?
Okay. You want me to meet you there?
He's calling a staff sergeant when he's wearing the rank of a staff sergeant.
Oh, no.
That makes so much sense.
Oh, he should have just walked away.
Here it is, guys. Stolen Valor at its finest. He's full of shit. Wearing a United States Army uniform.
Oh.
Claims to be a United States Army Ranger.
Now he's getting loud. I love when they get loud in public. This guy's like, please shut up. Just let me go, please.
He's turning like 9 shades of red.
Oh, wow. He's getting loud now in the mall.
Claims to be a United States Army Ranger.
Oh, no.
Okay,
I didn't mean it.
Step down here.
Okay.
With my sergeant major.
All right, let's go. Let's see your sergeant major. So you shop at the mall with sergeant major on Black Friday?
You shop at the mall with sergeant major. Oh, no.
Black Friday.
I'm going to eat my sergeant major now for lunch. Oh, how awful.
He took his Black Hawk to Black Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Let's see your sergeant major. So you shop at the mall with sergeant major on Black Friday?
Sometimes.
Yeah? That's cool. Why don't you just admit you're a phony? You know it's illegal, right? What you're doing right now?
Let me tell you something. If I was a phony, then I wouldn't be wearing this uniform.
You wouldn't?
Good comeback. That's a damn good answer. That's an Army answer. If I was a phony, I wouldn't have this uniform on, you bet. Oh, all right. Well said. Like a real Ranger would say it. How do I know I'm a Green Beret? Because I walk by a mirror. Wow, that's good. Oh, my God. What, hitting back hard.
Wow.
Hello, yeah, I'll meet you for lunch, Sergeant Major. I'm being yelled at by another guy calling me a fraud. Sure. Could you order me the gazpacho? I'll be over in just a second. Iced tea, no sugar, and a gazpacho. Hold on. I'm not a fraud. Yeah, I'm just explaining my patches, Sergeant Major. I'll be right over. Yeah. Just looking at the phone and talking to a guy who's calling me a fat coward. Be right over, Sergeant Major, and we'll talk Army things.
on the other end of that phone, it's his wife going, "Why are you calling me that?" What?
Yeah, you hear his wife.
Right? What? I just want to know if you want me to pick you up something from Starbucks.
When he does the fake hang up, you hear her going, "Not again." He's made this call to her so many times. Not another stolen Valor tape.
If you like to make a call.
Yeah, I
He's
just
not
wanted to know.
recording it, is it?
I just wanted to know if you wanted a cappuccino.
Poor thing.
Why are you calling me this?
Yeah, I'm not going to meet you for sure.
Right, exactly.
Yeah? Then I wouldn't be wearing the shoe.
Ooh. You wouldn't?
No.
Because you are phony. I just called you out on about 10 different things, and all of them are bullshit. This is illegal. What you're doing right now is illegal, because you know what? I've worn that fucking uniform, and I've had friends get killed in Afghanistan wearing that fucking uniform. No, you haven't. You're full of shit.
12 years in.
Stolen Valor. Right here. Stolen Valor.
Let's go.
I love the girlfriend. I love the girlfriend.
She's like, you made your point.
She's been with him the whole time, or the wife and the kid going, "Oh boy, here he goes again." But he's right.
Yeah, good for him.
He's
guy's
some
awesome.
awesome shit. Yeah, good for him.
12 years in.
Stolen Valor. Right here. Stolen Valor.
Let's go. Stop it.
At its finest. What's your name, dude? Okay. Thanks, buddy. See you later, pal. Go have fun with your sergeant major at lunch. Fucking asshole.
Oh, he's worked up. Good for him.
Do you know how lucky Fat Boy McGillicuddy is that guy's wife and kid were there?
Yeah, he would have probably kicked his ass.
He would have followed him through the whole mall. Stolen Valor!
Oh, yeah.
Stolen Valor! I'd rather walk through a mall with somebody yelling, "He touched my child," than fucking Stolen Valor! Oh, everyone knows it's you because you have an army uniform. Who else could he be yelling at? Stolen Valor! He's just yelling at me. The guy ignoring him. Are you real military? Yes, I am. That's why I'm ignoring the guy yelling "Stolen Valor" and carrying my fucking Walmart bag. I'm just walking quickly while a guy yells "Stolen Valor" at me on the way out.
Oh,
What's this
man, that was
Stolen
great.
Valor throat punch? Is this real?
Yeah, you know he would follow him right to his car. All the way right to his fucking car.
What's this Stolen Valor
Why do
throat punch?
people...
Is this fake or real?
why was he doing this? Like,
it's fake.
There's another one that we really like. Could you go back to the
Let's see
list?
this one. I said throat punch.
That one was all right.
throat punch?
I don't know the throat punch. The bottom one. Is that real?
I don't know if we've seen this one. Okay.
The one right
Play
below
that.
it is the one.
So I met this chick at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, she was hot. She was just like, "Hey, you just want to
fake.
And I was like,
Fake. Yes,
"Yeah,
fake.
too
It's
easy."
fake. Yeah. Turn it off. It's fake.
CIB. Oh. Hey, where'd you earn that CIB?
Fucking turn us off. Yeah, it's so obvious it's fake. Yeah, that one we saw, right, Travis? The one above it?
No, the one below it.
Which one?
The airport one. That one.
That one?
Did we see that one before?
Yeah, we've watched that one.
All right, show us.
This is the one where like he took his brother's like ID or something.
The following was filmed at the Baltimore Washington airport. All right.
I call out people on Stolen Valor a lot of times. I walked around fucking one night, I think it was October 31st, and I'm calling all these people out.
October 31st. Huh?
Absolutely. And my friend Drac was calling out some other guy, bloody Stolen Valor.
Hey, thanks for your service.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's too bad about this weather.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Have you been to the USO here? I think they have some services for soldiers there.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm trying to stay put.
Yeah.
I don't want to risk getting bumped.
Yeah. You know, you have your computer. You could just Google it, but these great videos on the internet called Stolen Valor videos. Have you seen those? You should Google them because there are these people and they have the most audacity you can imagine. They're wearing the uniform, pretending to be soldiers.
Oh, no.
You know,
by the way, when you're pretending to be a soldier, you know this couldn't be a coincidence.
Right.
There's no way this is a coincidental chat. Like, wow, what are the odds? He's talking about people pretending to be a soldier. Well, I'm pretending to be a soldier. Sure seems to know what he's talking about. Oh, boy, I hope this is just a bonding thing. Because I'm pretending to be a soldier, and he's mentioning people pretending to be soldiers. That's not good.
That's coinky-dink.
Yeah, I hope that's a big old coincidence.
In the uniform, pretending to be soldiers. You know, looking people in the face, telling them they served.
Oh, my God.
It's just unreal. It's unreal. Maybe you should look it up, though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because
I've got to go. Yeah, crazy. I'm looking around now for anybody else. He's looking for anybody pretending to be a soldier worse. Like he's hoping to see a guy on with like a fucking like a Sergeant Rock Army helmet and a dress. That guy's pretending to be a soldier over there in the dress. I'll go over there with you. Let's talk to him. Oh no!
Oh, he's just looking for anything.
Because
looking
real
around for exit.
Can see when people are lying.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You know, I mean, I see your combat patch there. So, who are you with? Who's that combat patch from? That's not a combat patch, actually. That's a unit affiliation patch.
Oh, no, he's not good at least Fat Boy would have had an answer.
Wow.
Yeah, Rangers and betting Georgia. He had to go a few questions deep. This guy just panicked.
Yeah, he's just looking around.
Where's
for
my
help.
combat patch? Here! You know, it's a parking pass. Oh.
He's looking for his mommy right now.
Oh, my God.
Oh. All right. I've never seen this one. This is great.
So your combat patch is going to be the one on your right shoulder.
Right.
Under the American flag, so.
Oh, he's checking his phone. They always check their phone.
They always go to the phone.
Yeah. Well, where does combat patch go? See, right here, according to Google.
The phone is a refuge for the cowards.
Dude, it's the worst.
They all reach for the phone.
Right.
Under the American flag, so.
Thanks.
Imagine you probably knew that, though, already.
Yeah.
So where'd you go to college at?
Miami.
Miami. So you were OCS?
Miami of Ohio.
Miami of Ohio. Yeah. So, but you know what OCS is?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. No, he doesn't.
Well, that doesn't make any
Officer
sense,
something school, no?
Oh, he just set him up.
Your OCS that he named a college.
Oh, no, he just set him up.
Because for a second, this guy got happy. Where'd you go to college? Oh, good. No more soldier business. No more of this soldier business. College questions I can answer. I lettered. Yes, college stuff. Oof, I don't have to look at the phone anymore because I did go to college. Go ahead, fire away with the old college question. Let's get off this soldiering business.
I got this.
Yeah,
I got this.
Are there any stolen college, Valor? Because those I'll jump right on board with. I'm a soldier, but let's talk college.
He's relieved for a half a second.
Oh, man.
You know what OCS is?
Yeah, talks.
Okay. Well, that doesn't make any sense then, because you would have been ROTC if you'd gone to Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
No, I wasn't ROTC.
So how did you commission then? What was your commissioning source? You're wearing the rank of a commissioned officer in the United States Army, right? So people typically know how they got that rank when they wear it, but it doesn't seem like you do. So I'm not going to make a scene.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tear you apart here in front of all these people.
You shouldn't. Would you like to see my ID?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy, this is the big guns. You probably shouldn't. You want to see my ID?
Wait, now he's pulling out his ID.
Well,
it's supposed to be his ID.
He's going to say something like, oh boy, I can't find it right now.
Oh, let's see.
That's what I'm guessing.
Oh, this is
I think
great.
Didn't at the beginning of this, it said something about he had his brother's ID?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He did. That is part of
You want to see my ID?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to make sure.
Right there.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is him.
Yep. Did you just take a picture of my...
Wait. So he just showed his driver's license?
No, he showed his military ID.
Military ID.
I guess the guy figured out after he made the video that was this guy's brother's ID.
Wait.
So that wasn't his face on the ID?
Well, let's see. He took the picture, and he goes, wait, did you just take a picture of my... And then what?
When asked questions he should have known as he couldn't answer. When he offered his ID, he showed a driver's license instead of...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was a driver's license.
Just a driver's license.
Oh, that was a driver's license?
Oh, okay.
That don't prove shit.
Right.
Oh, my God. You need this to drive a Humvee over in Iraq, you know. I got pulled over one time by the Republican Guard in the first thing, whatever they called it. And they said to me, are you licensed to drive this Humvee? And I said, yes. And they wouldn't even give me a Jeep. You know, I had to show the guy who was also in the police academies, who used to work on the Jeeps. I had to show Rizzo my ID, and he wouldn't give me a Jeep. I was with the 4077.
Yeah, I saw some heavy fighting in there, huh? 477? That poor...
Oh, yeah, I showed my license. You want to see my ID? Here you go. I am this person.
What? Why do people... Wait, why would you dress up in a fucking uniform...
It became a thing.
...and act like you fought what?
Because you get a little respect as you're walking around. That guy we did.
Holy shit.
Probably because he wants to get on the plane. He wants to get on the plane first.
Fourth video down.
Now,
on the
okay,
right side.
if he's hustling and trying to get on the plane first...
Hold on, this one might be really good, too. Yeah, this guy... Oh, this is a good one, too. You want to do one more?
Yes.
Wait, this dude is a fake in his full uniform?
Full. This guy is all in.
This motherfucker's in his dress blues? Or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Urkel.
We did this one.
This
U.S. Marines confront fake military veteran.
Yeah.
Okay. You're off this Fayetteville? Yeah. Phil now?
I'm at Fayetteville, about to Stuart, Georgia.
I was just curious with some of the stuff. Where were you actually deployed? Some of them I've never noticed before.
Well, this one's for top.
Oh, this is Wesley Snipes. This is fucking terrible.
Oh.
I was deployed here. It's a patch of Mars. Yes, I was. Went up to Mars real quick, and I said, "Yep, this shit is red." Came right back.
Yeah, look at all his badges on him. He look like he's a waiter at TGI Fridays. Nobody needs those many fucking.
Oh no!
So you're still attached. Who's what company though?
Macy's.
No. Do you still have your Sergeant Major card, like your business card? Would I be able to get it so I could send it? Because we do a lot of public events and stuff like that.
Oh no! Why would you?
Motel and everything.
Yeah.
I got some beef till 5 o'clock, and I'm going back there.
Yeah.
Swallowing.
So now you're the battalion sergeant major or the?
Battalion sergeant.
Who's the CO over there?
Lieutenant Colonel Smith. Terrence Smith.
The only reason I'm saying that is
my father. My father is Major Jackson.
Oh
wow!
There's a ton of majors and colonels, stuff like that. I was just curious where you got the Bronze Star with the V. That was it.
I got that when I wasn't for school. I came home.
I got herded in Australia. I was over there and I fell out of a Jeep. This guy stinks.
This one's hard to hear.
He doesn't lie very well.
Yeah, I remember this was a pretty good one, but it takes a while to pick up.
He lies like Richard Pryor as the kid explaining how the lamp got knocked over. I wasn't really running. This guy's horrid. What a bad liar. Here's what I want to see video of.
Yeah.
People who were called out for stolen valor, but who were real military. How does that get resolved?
With a fist to your face.
No, or maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's like, hey, you what's with your patch there? And all of a sudden the guy did have his patch in the wrong place, but he's legit. And he goes, oh yeah, you know what? This isn't the wrong place. But
this kid is 12 years. This little kid is this is just a little boy.
Yeah, he looks like. Let me.
Stolen candy. I called him out. I went in there and fished it around. Hey, where's that candy from? He said, my mama told me to buy it. I said, let me spread those little thieving cheeks. Get in there and look for it.
Yeah, there's a little kid, this dude. This is like a little 14, 15-year-old.
We also have info on the first guy we did. He did some other shit, supposedly, according to TJ in New York. TJ, real fast.
Yeah, the guy in Philadelphia, he was caught wearing a uniform of a police officer who passed away, and he also presented his badge when he got pulled over.
Wow.
What? The same guy that we just did?
Yeah, he's just a lump.
That fat Oompa Loompa looking guy.
From the mall.
What's his real name? He's a New Jersey guy. What's his real name? He's a lump.
Now, did he buy
Oh, my God. It's a news story and everything. Maybe we did this. It feels a little...
Oh, it's different guy. Different guy!
It looks like it might be a different guy. Here, play the story. Let's see.
You pecker.
Let me see.
Commercial.
Now, is he, how did he get the cop's badge and uniform? Of, like, do a state sale or something? Or?
Yeah, maybe because he looks like Steve-O. Jesus Christ, look at his face.
We're going to play this story now, too. Hold on a sec. We're waiting for this commercial to end.
People got balls like you wouldn't believe doing some dumb shit like this.
It's crazy, right?
It's the most... I can't believe it.
Here it comes.
Oh, boy. The video's not working. It's not loading.
Jimmy, you busting off over there?
Yes, I am.
Eric, it's not loading.
I know.
I don't know if you had noticed, but it's not loading.
Yeah, I noticed.
You noticed it's not loading?
We waited. We sort of stalled.
We stalled a while and it's still not loading. What do you do?
Remember when DMX got arrested for pretending he was a cop at like JFK? He went wild in his car in the parking lot and they tried to pull somebody over with a fake badge.
Yeah, he just went nuts though. That's different.
But
he just went crazy.
Why do you have the fake badge anyway?
I know, that's a very good question.
And he had police lights on his car. Police lights.
This one's not loading either, Eric.
No, I know.
You noticed that?
The guy in the original video.
Yeah.
If you want to Google his name,
okay.
The guy on the phone was telling the truth. We did the story before.
Yeah.
He did pose as a cop.
This guy's the
His
worst.
name's Sean Sean Yetman.
This sounds like a fucking poser name. Yetman. Are you a real man? Not Yetman.
Yetman.
How do you spell it? Y-E-T?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Yetman. All right, we're looking
Is
it
that
up right
him?
now. Man at center of stolen valor case once impersonated dead cop. Here we go.
Dead cop.
We
Was
got
he acting like a cop, or did they just?
Thank you, buddy. Let's. I don't know. Let's read, or is it a news story? Let's find out.
That dude's an animal.
Oh no, we got to wait through another commercial.
That dude's a fucking animal.
Let's look at the story.
Why though?
He's now 30.
Well, he pulled the badge out when he got pulled over, so he showed another cop, like trying to fool them.
Yeah.
Who has that kind of balls?
What a dick.
What?
Can we see what Sean Yedman's? Who's he pretending to be now? He was seen sitting behind the president during his speech. Fucking guy. He looks like Private Pilot. We should do an impression of him. Yep.
All right, here we go.
Himself on a toilet. Yep.
Hey, one fake hero learns the hard way. If you're going to impersonate a U.S. Army Ranger, better make sure there's not a soldier nearby.
You're in second bat Rangers?
Yep. We've seen this.
Where's your combat
bunch
patch
of garbage.
I gave it to a little kid again.
All right,
Give it
why is
to a
your
little
flag
kid.
so low on your shoulder? It should be up here.
Got me on that one, bud.
Why don't you just admit you're a phony? You know it's illegal, right? What you're doing right now?
Let me tell you something. If I was a phony, then I wouldn't be wearing this uniform.
Wow.
No.
Good comeback.
That's
the worst.
It's literally the worst answer I've ever
What
heard.
you're doing right now is illegal, because you know what? I've worn that uniform, and I've had friends get killed in Afghanistan wearing that uniform. Stolen valor. Right here. Stolen valor.
Honey! Veteran that confronted that phony hero is with us right now. Ryan, thanks so much for your service.
Oh, that's him.
He looks like a guy who would get very heated.
Yes. Yes, he does.
A guy named Ryan from Philly. Oh no.
That's never good.
Oh, you spot something, and what did you do?
I spotted this guy in an Army combat uniform. He went into a store. I went in for a closer look because I like talking to fellow service members, see what unit they were in. And as I got closer, I noticed a couple things were off with his uniform.
Is that
his
made in
flag was
China?
low. His bootlaces were untucked. The badges on his chest were kind of off-centered. So I took a step back, and I just watched him talk to a little boy and kind of tell him his stories about...
Yeah, you should have minded your own beeswax. I was asking him for directions. He pointed the wrong way, so I took him in for a spanking. Mind your goddamn beeswax. Stolen innocence, he kept yelling. Stolen innocence. Stolen childhood. Oh, my God. Hey.
And as he came out of the store, that's kind of when I initially confronted him about his uniform not being
we want to know. I want to know about the dead cop.
You have your iPhone? Did you have your iPhone?
Yes, I did.
At the time, so you have your iPhone, you're taping them.
Right.
And then when did you realize, hey, I'm going in on this, I'm going to follow through? If he had the right answers, you would have backed off, right?
Correct. I mean, initially, he did have a lot of correct answers, well, could have been correct answers, but when he first approached me, I noticed his combat infantryman's badge. He had 2 stars above it, which would indicate that he served in 3 different wars, which is almost physically impossible for his age. And
Rambo did it.
Scrolling down, there's a...
Yeah.
Is it this thing?
Yeah,
I just want to see that.
Yeah, we want to do the cop thing, because...
Stolen valor.
Yeah,
Another
it's
ad.
another ad.
Yep.
Fuck. Jimmy's going to be in Tampa this weekend at Side Splitters as his commercial plays for the next
You ever eat a
60 seconds.
Velament?
Velament?
My mother used to make it. We wouldn't have no desserts, so she'd give me a cup of water with a bunch of Velaments in it. I'd say, why don't you drink this, Chipper? It's delicious. It'd be a nice cup of warm water with 3 Velaments.
That takes you back.
I'd stir them up for a long time, but they would clang loudly around. They'd take a long time to melt into the water. And have some sweet sugar water.
Velament.
Yeah, one time we didn't have no ice cream, so she made the yogurt cold and put a Velament in it. Have some crunchy ice cream, Chipper. It's a plain yogurt with a Velament. Crunch it up in there.
Fucking Velaments.
Velaments are good for everything. Yes, they are. One time my underarms smelled and I didn't have no deodorant, so my mother handed me a Velament and said, run this under the water and put it under your armpits, Chipper. Velaments are magical.
Oh, shit. They do many things.
Yep.
Many different things for you.
That's
Chip.
right. My breath smelled really bad. One time it was sour.
Right.
So my mother said, here, have this, and it was tuna fish.
The one time she should have given you a Velament?
No Velaments, no. She said, don't waste them.
Oh, 'cause that's
Put the
time.
Velaments back in the freezer, Chipper.
Oh, but that's when you probably should... No?
She didn't say it right, though. She called them Velaments.
Velaments.
I didn't know what they were. She would always hide them behind her calves, and I would rub her ankles, and a Velament would fall out.
It's a little treat.
Yeah. I'd be like, Ma, look, a Velament. And she'd be like, well, who's that for, Chipper? And I'd eat it.
I'd eat it. All right.
Stolen valor happens more than you think.
Yeah, we know.
John Mino.
Oh, my God. What a fucking awful woman she is. She stole Tommy Shaw's hair.
Well, Stacey, whether it's for attention or for cash, lying about military service has never been more prevalent in the United States.
How do we know that? How do we know they didn't do it in the Civil War? There was no such thing as stolen valor back in the Civil War. Maybe they did.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's not a war injury. You're hopping around on one leg. And the guy's embarrassed and he drops the second leg. You got me.
Sometimes it's a felony. Other times, just unethical. Either way, neither the FBI nor the real vets look kindly at the offenders.
Wow.
This is an FBI evidence room of sorts. Legitimate-looking military awards and uniforms taken from imposters.
When you consider the sacrifices that have been made.
Oh, God, I just want to know about him impersonating a cop.
I'm going to go out and steal valor, by the way.
You going out to do it?
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'd like all the glory without the hard work.
Like when it's Fleet Week, there's nothing wrong with getting a uniform so you can get laid into town.
Nah, not at all. I throw on a sail uniform and steal a little valor, walk around, whatever.
Why not? It's not hurting anybody.
Yeah, so what? You went over, I didn't. Big deal.
Big whoops.
Exactly. Why don't you share the valor? Why do I have to steal it? How about you give me a little valor? Wouldn't have to steal it. That's the problem with these goddamn vets. Too selfish with the valor.
Spread it around.
Exactly. You're fighting for freedoms. You're fighting for my right to have a little valor, pal.
That this is somehow a victimless crime is absurd.
Some of the evidence almost comical, such as phony diplomas from elite training courses.
Special Forces Q course, graduation certificate.
They go all in with
Absolutely.
This. Clearly, it just.
Look at that. It's obviously a fake. It just says Army School. And it's got a big thumbs up, and he graduated top Army man. That's not legit talk.
They should have known from that alone.
What's his rank? Top Army man? That's not legitimate.
I think the font is wrong, too.
Yes.
You could have a fake diploma. I think you need a better font.
You can't scratch something out with a pen and write top Army man on it. That doesn't seem right.
The internet, I mean, looking at it, there's even misspelled words.
Misspelled. Like they didn't spell soldier right.
Oh, they spelled soldier.
Solider.
SOLID.
That's not a misspelling. I'm a solider candidate than you are. I'm solider.
It's misspelled.
Some of the reasons for being a phony?
Maybe are trying to impress a girl.
You wanted something that rhymed with baloney.
But the most serious, using it to basically steal money. And that is the one the FBI takes most serious.
The new Stolen Valor Act is on the books. However, it requires that the government prove there's some sort of financial fraud involved in that.
Ironically, it's the nation's current support of vets that makes it easier for the frauds.
That's the lowest that you can go because everybody's willing to help veterans out, and this is just they're taking advantage of that.
The brazenness of the imposters is often incredible, such as the individual who wore a bevy of citations to the Medal of Honor convention in Green Bay and was exposed by a legitimate American hero.
And he noticed this individual and the fact that he had combat jump wings and a
yes, he did, but they were from World War I, and he was 30. So something rubbed him the wrong way.
Something didn't seem right.
Yeah, so you were in the theater over in Germany? Yes, I was. What years? 1917. You're 30 years old. I got to call my sergeant major.
It was Captain America. It happened to Captain America. It could happen.
Meeting him for lunch. I got to go.
A ranger tab, and he asked where he did his combat jump, to which he responded, Kuwait. Well, the United States did not do any combat jumps in Kuwait.
The Medal of Honor recipients and FBI agents made sure that jacket would never be worn in public again. How common is this sort of thing? A former Navy SEAL hosts a website that checks out those who publicly claim their SEAL affiliation.
Out of every 300 or so claims that he attempts to verify, maybe only one is legitimate.
It's a problem that's not going away anytime soon, but then again, neither is the FBI nor the real vets.
Where's
We've
the
all
guy?
been there, so we understand and
Where's
we know
the guy?
what
That's
we're
all.
talking about.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
They try to give us a line on their stories, and we can call it right away.
Just unbelievable. They've been through so much. You know, the horrors of war.
The horrors of war.
The horrors.
That's the best part of war. Is all the whores you get. Go back. Why did she say that? The horrors of war.
That sounds
That's
like
the best
fun.
part.
It's a patch. I don't care if it's a metal. I don't care what
To
it
the
is.
victor goes the spurls.
price for that. They sacrificed for that. They paid a price. These people are stealing that. And one of the reasons the FBI looks so closely at it, even if it doesn't turn out to be a felony, just by the fact that
Speaking of stolen, where'd you get that dress from? Kaz Elliott? It's too big. Jesus, what did you lose, 400 pounds on the way into work?
All the
fucking moo-moo.
All the information about the guy is right here.
I know. Well, play the rest of this clip. Just play the rest.
There's always that chance they're using that for financial gain. And it's surprising, they said, how many times the people they find as imposters get something else in their background that gets looked into. Let me tell you something. It's not worth it.
Right, and they could go to prison for this.
They could go to prison.
Shut up.
So when they said like they had guys pretending to be Navy SEALs, is that guys in the military but trying to say they're SEALs, or are they not in the military at all?
Well, I would imagine it's both. I would imagine there's some guys trying to pump up what they actually.
I don't really have a problem with that.
Did. And then there's probably others that then most of them are guys that never were in the military.
Yeah.
Here's the guy. So the first story, it leads us back to the first guy in the mall that we started this whole thing with. Read that. He also was impersonating a cop. We found at least a news story.
The now 30-year-old Sean Yetman was arrested while wearing the coat of a Philadelphia officer who died in the line of duty. He pleaded guilty in Bucks County Court in May of that year to impersonating a public servant, second-degree misdemeanor, and was sentenced to 3 months of probation, along with a summary offense of driving with a suspended or revoked license. Yetman was arrested after being stopped on North Main Street in Doylestown during a routine traffic safety checkpoint, wearing the coat and displaying a Philly police badge, according to court records. Both items belong to the late Robert Hayes, who was killed in the line of duty.
What is that about?
1995.
Yeah, he was thinner back then. And he's now been arrested for impersonating a pig because he put a lot of weight on. He's impersonating a small manatee to try to get into SeaWorld for free. He's trying to eat fish. He's trying to eat the fish of the aquatic animals.
That dude is just a psychopath. I think he's just like a crazy dude.
You never seen those videos before, huh?
Nah.
I never saw him either. I didn't know about this.
Wow, there's a million of them. You could check that out all day.
Who pretends to be a...
You really have to ask that.
I can't.
A lot of nut jobs out there. Sherrod, where are you going to be this weekend? Kentucky?
Oh, yeah, I'll be in Lexington, Kentucky.
Tracy Morgan?
Yeah, Thursday through Sunday at the Comedy Off Broadway.
Nice. And Jimmy's going to Tampa, Side Splitters this weekend. Mike Calta's show tomorrow, Friday.
Friday, and then, I got Scottsdale at the Talking Stick Resort, and then Louisville at the Laughing Derby. Yeah.
And then the theater tour
in Tampa. What's the Tampa?
Side Splitters.
Side Splitters.
What happens is I tell jokes and people lean over and they're side splitting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then that's an appropriate name for the club.
Sure is.
I gots to eat.
You like Tampa? Do you like Tampa?
Yeah, I do.
There's a lot of hot situations down there. Yeah.
Yes,
you got some stories, don't you, Jimmy?
Yeah, from everywhere I've gone.
Jimmy's got stories.
Yeah. Stolen valor.
Oh. Yeah. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe people actually put on uniforms and fucking
serve. I can understand the stolen valor because I'm a coward. I can't believe people actually go over and fight.
Oh, that's what you can't believe.
I could certainly understand stolen valor. Yeah, I'll put it on, try to get blown. Why not? Can I picture going through the training and fighting? No. Stolen valor guys make more sense.
But if you shaking little kids' hands and shit,
high five the little lad. Hey, how you doing, kid? I'm gonna look at your mommy's tits.
It's so dirty.
People do this all the time. They misrepresent themselves online and everything else.
Yeah, but
pump up their own lives.
You would think it'd be some things off.
Well, of course they're nutty.
And he's in the mall, walking around.
Loving it.
Loving the attention.
Kids are looking at him. Dad, can I get a picture with that guy? Loving it. Yes.
I mean, just pretend like you're G.I. Joe or somebody and don't say you really was in the army. Just pretend like you're a character. You're fucking Sergeant Slaughter and just take a picture with a kid. You don't got to fucking lie about it.
Yeah, because the kid will still look at you like, wow, look at that.
He would be more impressed. You don't care.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back.
In case you missed it, recently this happened on Opie and Jimmy.
Yeah, we just, wrap up our whatever we did that past week, and we digress a lot, and it's a lot of road stories. Mark gets laid a lot, and Mine's more like I've had a romantic weekend with my girlfriend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but we spice it up. It's fun.
And ironically, he's the one with the STDs.
Yeah, I'm riddled with STDs, but Mark fucks everybody, but smarter than me.
You got STDs.
Yeah, I have HPV and herpes. But I think HPV goes away, so that might be gone, actually.
Is that goes away?
We're a little late. Yeah, well, you have to get it zipped off and stop having sex with people.
Ah, well, fuck that.
What part of your body's got the HPV?
My penis.
All right.
Can you say penis?
You can say penis.
Cock
yeah.
if you want to.
Oh, great. My cock and...
Wasn't sure if it was your mouth, your asshole, your penis.
No, none of that. I had no asshole anything.
Your asshole's clean.
I got a nice clean asshole between you, me, and the lamppost.
But I've known Joe List for 2 minutes and we're talking about his asshole.
I would rather have asshole problems than dick problems.
No, because you got to shit and sit on that.
Yeah, but the jerking off, the fucking...
That's kind of fun, jerking off with a...
With a mountain of craters.
It's Braille, you know.
Oh, what is it saying?
But it's gone. I took care of it a while ago.
What did it really look like? Was it really Braille?
Well, yeah. When I had HPV, I read like a WebMD that said like if you sometimes it goes away on its own. So I kept not doing anything, hoping it would go away on its own, and then like more and more warts would pop up. It was pretty horrific.
And there was a lot of them.
Yeah, it was like 15 or 16.
Friends.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but
50
eventually
or 60.
15 or 16.
Oh,
50
well,
or
you
60.
had 15 warts on your fucking mule?
Yeah, it was crazy. What happened?
He's got photos up of STDs.
Is that from my website?
Oh man,
What is that?
What is that HPV?
Oh,
That's a hand. Those look like fingers.
No, I know
thought they
that.
were legs.
No, I know that. But
what
what
is
is
labia?
But we had Bruce Dickinson in here, and some of that HPV turns into that cancer.
Yeah, that's why I had
boy.
to finally take care of it. But yeah, I'm terrified.
You got to zap it.
Yeah, it turns into throat cancer.
I asked him that, or we asked him that, and he said no, it wasn't like from that. But it's funny, one of the websites says Iron Maiden.
How about one of the websites? It was the Daily News. They should know
Are they the ones that said that's where he got it from?
That's a big website.
Wait, did they mention it or say that's where he got it?
They fooled around with the headline.
Because there was one that said this. He says that he got it from the, and he's like, no, he said just the opposite.
Everyone's biting off her interview with Bruce Dickinson. And the Daily News changed the headline, basically saying that he got his cancer from sex. And
What?
Bruce Dickinson was saying that's not true.
Yeah, not at all. He joked about it.
He says most cases you do not get the cancer from sex.
He said because lesbians don't have a high rate. He's like, if it was just from oral sex, but it's mostly guys. You think that lesbians would have more of it, but
Could
they
you
don't.
find that Daily News headline? Because that was unbelievable. Because he just did not say that.
Yeah, I talked to the woman at Planned Parenthood, and she was like, it takes years and years for that to develop, and it's rare or whatever. I went to Planned Parenthood. They're not just abortions. They zap your warts off if you guys have warts.
Really?
Yeah, it was a really hot girl, too.
We embarrassed?
Not really. She was really sweet, and that's what she does, I guess.
So how did they numb your dick?
They don't. They just they take like a topical cream and put it on, and it burns for like, I don't know, like a minute. But it wasn't that bad.
It's a long time to have a burning on your cock.
Yeah, it was not pleasant, but it was kind of like a fun. I think some people are just like into that. That are like, squeeze and tug on my dick or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. It was kind of stingy.
Happy ending.
Which was fun. And then when it goes away, it's quite a pleasure
I
to
would
have a
imagine if you got
non-stingy
15 or 16, you got a big dick.
Oh, he's huge.
He's got a big dick.
Huge.
Are you packing?
I got a decent piece, a medium piece. Mark's like my hype man for my cock. It's
Huge
great.
dong.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Come on out, folks.
You're the Flavor Flav for his penis?
Yeah. I wear a big cock around my neck.
Yeah, I got a decent penis. It has a big thumbprint on it, though, from masturbation.
Good boy, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's thick cut.
Listen to Opie and Jimmy every morning here on Opie Radio. This is Opie Radio. The show is back.
Oh, we're back. Jim Norton just fucking killing it today.
Killing it.
Going to be at Side Splitters in Tampa Bay this weekend, Thursday through Saturday. And Mike Colter's radio show on Friday morning. So make sure you check that out if you're down in the Tampa area. Sherrod Small touring the country with good old Tracy Morgan.
That's right. Lexington, Kentucky this week. Comedy off Broadway. 7 shows I think we're doing that now.
How is Calgary?
Amazing. It was, first of all, it was 21 below zero when I got there.
Oh, my God. How does that feel?
Cold-ish ice fuck. But I got used to it, I guess. But I was
singing.
Plus, the club was in the hotel, so I didn't have to really go out the building too much.
That is just crazy weather.
But it's definitely cold. They're all used to it. I saw motherfuckers shorts.
When I lived in Buffalo, not Calgary, I mean, sure, but, I mean, it got pretty fucking brutal in Buffalo.
Yeah.
That below zero shit and then the wind's blowing on top of it. Oh my God.
The wind.
I don't miss that at all. When people talk about, how bad winter is in New York City, I just laugh because I just go back to my Buffalo days and go, this is a fucking cakewalk for me.
Yeah, Buffalo gets bad. It gets bad up there.
I was up there 3 winters and it was pretty bad.
Did you used to go to the games out there, like the Bills?
I've talked about this too many times.
But in the snow?
I've gone to more Bills games than any other team. That's why I definitely am a Bills fan as well.
Is that why they tailgate so much? Because they got to fucking get drunk to get warm?
But you figure it out. I mean, I was younger, so I don't know if I would deal with it the same way. But you figure it out, and you got so many layers on, and you're drinking, and you got the warmers in your gloves. And
you saw that Minnesota Vikings game when they was outside last week?
Boy, I did. Yeah,
that looked brutal.
And we talked about how the guys just go on the field with just short sleeves.
That's I don't know how to do that.
But then we learned that they do heat the field a little bit. Like,
but you know what's really
bad? The field
bad?
is like at least 40 degrees. That's you could do that.
The ball gets you. That's when it's cold.
Remember when we were growing up and you would play football outside in the winter and it would feel like a fucking
rock.
It would hurt.
You have to catch it like this with your fucking forearms.
And then your body's bruised from where the football hit.
That's the hardest part of playing in cold. That fucking ball gets hard as hell. The laces feel like fucking razors.
Sure. Yeah, I went to a lot of Bills games. I said it, the executives would tap out when the weather got cold. So then us schmucks, lower level guys, got these fucking great tickets on the 50-yard line. I remember we were no more than 10 rows up, right behind one of the benches, sitting on blocks of ice because back then they just couldn't fucking clear out those stadiums properly.
So straight ice.
Your feet, I remember one game, our feet were on a block of ice and our asses were on a block of ice. They just couldn't fucking clear the ice out of the stadium. And it was fucking cold, but we loved the hell out of it.
There's a trick to catching the ball in the cold,
Yeah?
Okay.
What's
when
that?
I'd go out and play a little football, my mother would always take honey and then dip my hands in honey and smear it all over my hands and say, Chipper, this will help you hold on to the football.
The football.
Yeah, she would rub my hands in honey.
That's a good mommy.
Yes, it is. It would be out there. But man, my hands would be fucking delicious. Little humor I threw in.
It's not really a good mommy. Mommy wanted Chipper out of the house.
Oh, that's why she did that?
Well,
she wanted me to catch the football so I wouldn't drop it and they'd go, Chipper, you're a detriment.
Well, what would mommy be doing while you were outside in the cold?
Oh.
I don't know. I just know I'd come home and the sweet potato pie would be gone.
Lamar likes sweet potato pie, did
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, the games are cold, though.
It's freezing out there, but that was out Calgary. Calgary was cold as hell, but it's a great looking town too. I like it up there.
Did you walk around at all?
I got to see some of the sights. I wanted to go out to the mountains because they got the foothills of the Rockies right there.
Yeah, but how are you going to do that when it's minus 21?
You go in the car, you jump in the car, it's an hour away.
Oh, just drive around a little bit. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were redoing that Olympic Park up there.
Are they?
Yeah, it looks bad. That Olympic Park's looking rough. I mean, it was 1988 when they had the Olympics, and it ain't been touched since.
There's a website. Maybe we can find it really fast. They show all the Olympic parks that are just fucking rotting around the world.
Oh.
Yes.
Because once you do it, it's...
Yeah. They think they're going to use the facilities after the Olympics.
No.
And a lot of them, they're like, oh,
them mugs ain't shit.
We don't play baseball in this country. We don't need a baseball diamond. I think one of them is a softball field, actually. They're like, we don't play softball in this country. So that went to shit.
That's went to waste.
You found it already?
Yeah. It starts with Sarajevo.
Sarajevo?
Starts with Sarajevo.
Yeah.
Who's she?
They show the
Sarajevo.
They show the before and afters. You go.
They spent all this money on that one piece.
Look at that! Yeah, look at that double ski jump.
Yep, look at that.
Look at that. That's where they did the luge.
Oh, they still got
the shot put, the ski jump medal podium.
Brutal.
Look at that's an old luge track.
Brutal.
Isn't that unbelievable? We'll tweet out this website.
That.
And I mean, you know how much money this costs for these countries to put these facilities together properly.
But do they make the money? Like, does the money come in that justifies wasting?
I'm sure. I'm sure.
But why can't you make it something that you can use later on? Make it practical.
Look at this.
Well, they did in Los Angeles. They made, that was the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
You go back.
And it's still used.
That might be the one. Go back. What is this? That's the pool. The one after the pool. Yeah. What is that? The volleyball arena.
Wow.
Yeah. Look. I mean,
just empty.
Yeah. There's no. They don't play volleyball there. Look at that! Look at that beautiful
field hockey stadium.
Look at the beautiful field hockey stadium. It's just now overgrown. Munich Summer Olympics, abandoned train station.
Don't they put them in places that no one goes, though? If they built a train station
they look, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, wait, go back to that. Sorry. China spent $40 billion on the 2008 Olympics. This is what the investment looks like now.
Remember
Present day.
Oh, that's brutal.
They just let it rot. It's just rotting. Beach volleyball stadium in July 2008.
Can't believe there's not a big call for Chinese beach volleyball. Gee, who's the shock? You thought that would have got used forever.
I think this is the one I saw. The baseball.
Beijing.
Yeah, the baseball stadium is. Look,
that's it now.
Yep.
No, that's not the base. No,
this
it's
is a
not.
great site. I haven't gone here in a while.
Exactly.
We'll tweet it out for the people. 1936 Berlin Summer Olympics. Yeah.
You would think.
Yeah. Well, things changed in Berlin.
Well, a little bit. A little bit. They did. Yes.
My favorite version of this, by the way, was there's a Japanese baseball stadium that they turned into condos, and people lived like on the infield and outfield and parked their cars in it. I'll find a picture of it.
That's a great idea. See, that's taken. That's a little ingenuity. That makes sense.
Oh, fuck.
Who you got in the games?
What game? The
Football?
NFL? Who's going to win it all?
Yeah, who do you got?
I mean, I'm looking forward to that Carolina game.
Yeah.
I mean, what is
Cam Newton?
Cam is Carolina and Seattle.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I think Carolina's got that.
I don't know, because Seattle's known for, they pride
Seattle's
themselves
known
on knocking
for
people.
what?
They pride themselves on knocking
Grunge
off
music. What else are they known for?
rainy days.
Rainy days.
Nice rain.
And throwing the fish.
Oh, the fish market? Look at you. But yeah, I think
Would you catch a fish?
Yeah, I catch a fish.
Say you
If
did
it
it?
jumped out of a building.
Look at this.
Gem word.
You can't see it because it's radio, but we're going to tweet this out for you.
It looks like a fucking playhouse.
Oh!
That doesn't even look real.
I would live there.
I would live there.
That is badass.
Yeah, but you get all those people in the stands watching you. 60,000 people come to watch someone live.
Go back to that. So how many houses or condos you got,
That
you think?
is-
let's call it a dozen at least in the middle of the stadium, and then you got a little parking lot in the middle of the stadium, and the stands are still there.
The stands are still there.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
They didn't even tear down the outer walls of the stadium.
I mean,
You're well protected in there, huh? And I would imagine maybe they've set up all sorts of shops.
Yeah, I tell you one thing, the wind, it wouldn't be very windy in there.
No, they wouldn't.
Not at all.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Really cool.
I've never seen that before.
And that's in Japan.
That's real,
Osaka.
huh?
Yep.
Osaka.
That's some engine.
Those Japanese, they know what they're doing over there.
Yeah. Where we at with El Chapo?
Oh, yes.
I hear it's going to take a year to get him to the States.
First of all,
you want him. You got to make sure he's not going to escape again from that same fucking prison.
So now that they got him open, what does that mean, really? Is drugs over?
No, of course
Is
not.
cocaine done?
Of course not.
So why are they even chasing this motherfucker for?
The next guy, the next guy just moves up. That's how that shit works.
So why are we even participating in this fucking charade? We got to get him back. It's like, once you got him, what change?
Well, what do you want? What do you want to do? Just let him go?
Yes. Why not? What's the point of arresting him?
I guess they just got to play the game. I mean, you're 100% right. Nothing's going to change.
It's just a new
drug
dude.
trade.
There's a new dude coming in.
Yeah.
El Chapo probably was selling a product and not going through Colombia again himself. So they want one person in charge. So they just locking him up. It's like, do you feel safer, or do you feel like there's going to be less drugs on the street because El Chapo's
I feel exactly the same.
Exactly the same. So what's the point of spending all this money to go get somebody that does not change anything?
Aren't you more worried about prescription drugs anyway?
I'm not worried about them. I'm trying to get some.
I think that's a much bigger fucking problem.
Yeah, but you know what? The prescription people played the game.
Your local coke dealer.
Yeah.
That prescription drug thing is, wow, that's a fucking doozy for this country, huh?
And that can keep coming. You can always make new prescription drugs.
Sure.
So. Cocaine's always cocaine.
Yeah, but the problem with the cartels is they fucked themselves because they had to out-macho each other. And so the violence of beheading police officers and throwing their heads into a town square, 10 cops at a time beheaded, they brought it themselves.
But now that they got El Chapo, right, it's still going to be the same amount of cops' heads lopped off in fucking Mexico.
It might even be worse, but they have to do
worse.
They have to do something. They have to go after these guys.
It'll probably be worse until they figure out who the new guy is and all that. Because now
they make the new guy. They know the new guy because they make him.
It's probably kind of like a mafia thing. There's a few guys that want to be the new guy, so then it's a little unsettled for a little while.
I think El Chapo wasn't the guy who they were doing business with. He wasn't the guy who was meant to do it. He just came up in the ranks, just like anybody else in any other business.
Yeah.
He came up, he was good at it, and he started prospering, and they wanted to get him out.
I don't know. He's big, man. He was
He started out at 15.
Yeah, but he's been in charge of that cartel for a long time, and then they split the Zetas. I think were the muscle, and they went off and made their own cartel. He's been there for a long. He's a very powerful guy.
Yes, but I'm saying, once we get rid of him, everything, and I mean everything, is the exact same way.
I completely agree.
By the way, insight by Jim Norton, the most powerful drug dealer in the world. I said he's a powerful guy. I really added nothing.
But that's the thing. I think they're just feeding us this bullshit. It's like he's so powerful that once you arrest him, nothing change.
No, nothing.
So he's not powerful at all. He has no power.
The Mexican Marines, I think for 90 minutes they didn't know where he was, right?
Yeah, he had dipped out again.
Stole a car.
And went under the sewer.
No, this time it was behind a mirror was the way out.
Oh, it was behind the mirror this time. And it was down in the sewer.
All his fucking tunnels he had all set up nice for himself.
That's why when they found him, he had that muddy shirt. His shirt and pants looked muddy because he went through that sewer thing on the...
Yeah.
They hijacked a car. They carjacked.
They carjacked, and that's how they caught him.
And then somebody called the cops. Like, why would you...
Call the cops?
I guess he didn't know who it was. I'm going to imagine that guy's thing when he goes, who'd they arrest for stealing my car? It was, what? They pulled it over. Who's in it?
It's his car.
Could you run that last by? El Camino, you said, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh
boy.
Hold on, we have a bad reception. Honey, the reception's bad. For a second, I thought you said El Chapo. I thought you said El Chapo. I called the police. You did. I called the police on him. Where are you now? Oh, how many of them are there? Why is your head on the kitchen table with he's cutting the back of it? Oh, you dope.
Yeah.
I just think it's all a fucking...
The best part of the El Chapo story, everyone's trying to get that shirt.
Yeah, the shirt's like $170 somewhere. They selling it.
The shirt that is in the picture with Sean Penn, when Sean Penn is shaking his hand. Everyone wants that El Chapo.
A silky blue shirt.
Yeah, everyone wants that shirt.
Made by Barabbas.
Doesn't fit right.
It's selling very well.
Right? Fits too big for him. The little fella.
It looks horrendous.
I want an extra large. All right.
Whatever you want, sir. El Chapo, using him to cover the facts that economy has gone down. This is Dr. X from Mexico City.
What'd he say?
He calls from time to time. This was a guy from Mexico City.
Okay, let's hear him.
All right, let's say hi to Dr. X. Dr. X, welcome, sir.
What's going on, sir? Jimmy, I have to say you're being a silly goose this morning.
Silly goose?
I appreciate that.
If it jumps out of a fucking building.
That's right, sir.
Well, I got to say, going with that thought for a second, I told Jimmy during the break, I haven't laughed that hard in a really long time.
It felt good.
We're laughing a lot on this show, but that lottery bit he did, if you're just tuning in, we don't usually do this. Make sure you listen to the replay for the lottery bit. Holy fuck. I had tears in my eyes. I was crying, laughing so hard. Anyway, go ahead, Dr. X.
Nah, the big deal down here, we're kind of tired of all this bullshit. They've known where he's been all along. That's what people down here say. If you look at the peso was trading this time last year approximately 12 pesos to $1, and now we're 16. We're going to 17. We're going to 20, and everyone's freaking the fuck out, pulling money out of the banks.
Oh.
What do they do? Hey, let's distract everybody. Let's catch this guy that we've known where he's been for the last 6 months, and then that famous tunnel that he supposedly escaped out of. There's audio of the construction going on underneath it. Of course, nobody did anything. But the fucked up thing is that down here, the story is he just kind of moonwalked right out the front door while people were hunting him through that tunnel. That tunnel was, again, they did build it, planning to get out of there. But, they said he'd been in and out of the prison dozens of times. He's a patsy is all he is.
I don't think
he's a patsy. That's what I think too. It's all.
No, I disagree. He's the biggest. He's not some Lola. He's the biggest drug dealer in the world.
But listen, if you took down the biggest cell phone maker in the world, wouldn't cell phones?
He's also Mexican.
I'm saying, if you took down the biggest cell phone maker in the world, wouldn't cell phone prices be affected?
I don't know.
The deal is this.
If you take out Apple,
where this guy is, there's no way you hide this guy in plain sight. There, you say, what the hell is he doing out there with a bunch of chickens and ranches and all that? That's where the guy lives. That's what he knows. The guy, just because he has money doesn't mean he knows how to spend the fucker.
I'm just like, how do you remove the head of some shit or the biggest guy in the business and it don't affect the market at all?
Because people just come right in and take the place of him. That's the way it is with drug
They're
organizations.
already in. I think they're already in before anybody's chasing anybody.
Yeah, they know it's a losing battle, Sherrod. But I think they feel like they got to get the guy.
I never heard them say El Chapo's in prison and coke prices are soaring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why does that never the story?
Let's go back to Frank Lucas and gentlemen like that, Highway Rick Ross.
Yeah.
When they nail these guys,
Freeway Rick Ross. Highway
sorry.
Rick Ross. Oh, sir. Highway Rick Ross. Oh, my God. No.
Boulevard Rick Ross.
Oh, sir, you couldn't have been wrong.
Okay. I take it back, Billy.
Oh, my God.
Did the drug trade go away? Did the cocaine go away? Did the heroin go away?
No, heroin prices were affected when George Lucas went out. Not George Lucas.
George Lucas. Oh, what's wrong with everybody? Yes, George Lucas was and Highway Rick Ross, the biggest drug dealers ever.
When Frank Lucas, the heroin price in New York City went up.
Oh.
Yeah, it was affected. It was directly affected by it.
And how do you know this, Sherrod Small?
Because I was on at hot.
Down here.
What?
We're tired of the smoke and mirrors. Anytime something goes down like this, they pull something out of the air, something out of the fucking. I mean, they've known what this guy is all along.
Right.
We take the focus.
Okay. How dangerous is Mexico City?
It's bad. I mean, it's not as bad as when cul-de-sac Rick Ross was doing business.
God damn it, Norton. You don't forgive, dude.
No, I'm like anonymous.
If you go to the nicest neighborhoods, I guarantee you're never going to find higher class. You know, there's so much goddamn money down there. It's ridiculous. Of course, you avoid the bad neighborhoods. It's that simple.
So nobody's getting kidnapped out of good neighborhoods in Mexico City.
Mexico City is not as fucking bad as people make it out to be. Now, Ken, you go to the country states, Monterrey, you go up north, go to Sinaloa, you're toast.
That's where they found him, Sinaloa.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You don't go to those neighborhoods. I don't go down there.
Is Sinaloa bad?
They're pretty bad, sir.
It's rough down there, huh?
Yeah, because I have a gig in Sinaloa coming up. I go from Tampa. I'm doing a private party in Sinaloa.
That should be
it's
nice.
in a tunnel.
No, that's just it. Sean Penn's so goddamn delusional. Hollywood, these guys don't exactly have a head on their shoulders as far as common sense.
Hey, he's a brave guy, man, who have taken that trip.
Wait, you saying a guy who married Madonna didn't have common sense?
That's a good move. I'd marry Madonna. He dated Charlize Theron. He hung out with El Chapo. I want to be Sean Penn.
And Sean Penn's back with Madonna.
He also hung out with a bunch of Haitians, too. Don't leave that off the list, Jimmy.
They got back?
Yes.
That's what he went to a concert at the Garden, and they
you
said
read that same shit I do.
Yeah.
They were holding hands.
Yeah, they were.
Spotted holding hands.
Nah, they're just friends. He's not going back to someone who's 57.
How great was he in Bad Boys?
Very good.
I would say
your little brother's dead because you weren't looking out for him, Paco. Ooh.
All right, fellas, listen out. Have a nice one.
All right, Dr. X.
The movie scared the shit out of me when it came out.
Sure did. No more carrying around 6 sodas and a pillowcase for me.
Oh. They raped his girlfriend?
Who the fuck is Warren Jerome? That was Tweety, you assholes. That made me not want to sketch little birds flying over the wall.
You didn't want to?
No, I didn't. My nickname was Viking.
That movie was dope.
Absolutely. I never held a radio up by my head again, given to me by a little Jewish kid. Horowitz.
Natterman almost killed the guy with
his big dumb watch.
That was one of those movies that was always on cable when we first got cable.
Yeah, WHT.
Yeah,
They played the shit out of it.
Messed you up as a kid.
Messed you.
Boy, he fucking wailed their faces.
I hated that dude so much.
Yeah.
What, the one on the right?
Yes.
Yes.
Good hair, though.
He played a good asshole.
They, that fucking smash to the face with those.
The soda cans.
Oh, my God. 6 of them.
I mean, everybody was putting stuff in pillowcases and smashing people with it after this movie came out.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
Great idea.
Look at that post. Jeez.
Yeah, and he's going to go stab him. Don't do it.
Then he dragged him to the gate. He dragged him by his foot and dropped him off in front of the security guy who was already bleeding because he beat the black security guy up.
Yeah, wasn't that Edward James Olmos or no?
No.
Am I wrong?
You might be. Yeah, he was in that movie, right? But I think it was another CO who got beat up who was sitting there when he dragged the Puerto Rican dude's body over there.
I just figured out who that hateable guy is.
What?
From the
Justin
from the
Stangle?
No, from the movie. He does a voice on SpongeBob.
No.
Yeah.
Which voice?
He does.
SpongeBob Viking Pants. I know who he is.
No.
What's his name? The owner of the Krusty Krab.
Oh.
Seriously?
Yeah. Huh? Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
Some of us had that nickname in high school.
We got Olivia Munn coming in a couple
that's him.
minutes. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He does
He's
the voice of
also
Mr.
in
Krabs.
Yeah, he was in Shawshank too. He played the hateable
played
fucking
the, CO.
Yeah, hateable. But then it was all right when he beat up the dude who raped your boy.
The irony's so thick you can cut it with a knife.
Does he sound like Mr. Krabs in Bad Boys?
I don't know. I got to go back and watch that movie. I wonder if it holds up. Has anybody seen
Bad Boys?
I think it does.
I bet it does.
I think it would hold up.
I think it does.
That definitely. 1983.
And then he's crying at the end of it. It's like, why don't you fucking man up?
With the bloody face.
Sorry about your brother, Marino. But he's only dead because you weren't looking out for him.
They used some red ass blood in that fucking movie.
What? Everyone's whispering.
Who?
Olivia's here.
Olivia Munn. Congratulate her on her engagement to Aaron Rodgers.
No, they said, is it true?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I thought she tweeted her mother that it wasn't true.
No, just congratulate her.
No, it is true.
It is true.
Yes.
Yep.
She got engaged.
Okay.
Olivia? You're Paul.
Okay. Yes, I am.
Olivia?
Olivia
Munn. What is she promoting?
Oh, that's Ali Sheedy.
Good old Ali Sheedy was in Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I gotta go watch Bad Boys today, I think.
Yeah, I do too.
Good. Ride Along 2 in theaters Friday. Kevin Hart said he was doing our show yesterday, and then whatever.
Was he here?
Yeah, he thought he was doing our show, but then he was busy doing other stuff, and he was
the
he was a
publicist
confused little man.
I think the publicist fucked us on that one because he did Howard, and then they just hustled him out. But he had said on his Periscope he was coming on, so I think Kevin was under the impression he was doing the show.
Yeah, we usually have Kevin on,
and I think the publicist.
How are those Ride Along movies?
I have not seen them.
You see the first one, Sherrod?
Yes, I saw it. It was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kenny?
It's a good movie. I liked it.
Grabbing a mic?
It's a good watch.
Now I interrupt, GH. I have some
please.
breaking news.
Yes.
I have Mr. Norton's Powerball tickets.
Thank you.
But there's a news story here that you got to avoid the quick picks.
Why?
Because 200 million duplicate tickets are sold to unsuspecting players.
What?
We don't have pick sixes, do we?
Yeah, but what if one of those?
I have the cards if you want.
But what if one of those numbers? What if one of those tickets come in?
Yeah, but you got to share it with 200
Yeah,
million
but
people.
you still got a winning ticket.
Yeah, I'm sure if you even if you pick it, there's so many people playing right now. Even if you pick it yourself, you're gonna have the duplicate tickets with other people.
You got it.
It's only so many sequences you can put in.
Yeah.
But if you want to pick your own, I have the things.
All right.
This is good.
There's only so many birthdays in a year that everybody's gonna be using the same.
I know. Olivia Munn. Good morning.
Okay.
What's up, Olivia? Uh-oh.
Come in.
She needs to come in with her people.
There we go.
What's up, Olivia?
Hey, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Welcome. How are you?
Happy New Year.
What's going on?
My friend Karine.
Hey, friend Karine.
Hi, Karine.
She was my trainer on X-Men in Montreal.
Oh, really?
Don't come up on her.
Don't come up on her?
She will.
Kick your ass?
Oh, I might
Why,
be into
do you know
that.
martial arts or things of that nature?
Yeah, it's Assassin's Creed. She's the new Evie Fry.
Oh, nice.
What's Assassin's Creed?
It's a video game?
It's an amazing video game.
Oh, okay. So you do the voice of it, or you do the body stuff?
Motion action.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Wow, she could kick ass.
What do you like? No karate or something?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for you.
Good for you is right. And
Yeah.
She taught you a couple moves?
Yeah, like all of them. Her and her husband. Her husband taught me sword, and her husband actually does all the choreography for Assassin's Creed, and like to do that stuff, you have to be expert because it's motion capture. Everything has to be perfect. So,
right.
yeah, we worked out like 6-7 hours a day for X-Men.
Damn.
Yeah.
I go into, I hit the gym once in a while, but I tend to I do like a little bit of cardio, then I just take it easy.
So you walk to the gym and walk home?
Absolutely. Yeah. I get in the extra work.
It matters.
Are we on?
We are.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are,
I
Olivia.
can't hear anything in here.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's turn up your headphones. There you go.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Working out 6-7 hours a day. Mm-hmm. So you know some real stuff now. You got skills.
Yeah, I think there's not a lot of things I'd say I'm skilled at, but I would say taekwondo and sword now. Yeah, I have a sword closet at home now.
Would you collect
swords?
them? What?
I don't collect them. I just have them from my training now from X-Men.
Oh, so you just kept them?
Yeah. Well, I've got my training ones. You have different versions, different levels of training and stuff I use in the movie. So,
did you get hurt at all doing that? Like, did you get whacked on the fingers or anything?
I mean, yeah, you definitely get hurt and you get bruised up and banged up, but you know, it just happens.
It's part of the game.
It's part of making the movie.
It's like when you walk to the gym, you know, sometimes you
absolutely
can
sometimes,
like, you know, pull a hammy or something.
Yeah, or sometimes you're listening to music. You know, I have a little bit of feist going, and I might step off the curb. Yeah, I love feist. Yeah,
like
1, 2, 3, 4. If that doesn't get you pumped up, nothing will.
Yes, I like that one.
It's a lovely number.
Jimmy works out hard in the gym.
It's one of those things where it's like when you're doing it for a film, though, I imagine it's really hard to maintain it afterwards. Like De Niro is really amazing because he put on like 80 pounds for Raging Bull, and then he still takes it off. Like that's the hard part.
But I think for guys, a lot of times, like putting on weight, and it's actually like losing it. It just comes off, but it's like staying in good shape is harder. For women, we put on the weight, and it's harder to just
get it off.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, I didn't really train. I mean, I went from training 6-7 hours a day to just eating like chips and salsa. That was like for like a month.
Oh, because you were done.
I was done. I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, now I just want to chill out.
So once you were done, you just stopped it completely? Or
No, I mean, I set up in my gym like something where I could still do taekwondo and I still do my swords. But I mean, for like a good 3-4 weeks, I just didn't do anything. But then you have to keep, you know. But I loved it so much that I wanted to keep doing it. It's like I don't like anything where they make, you know, when someone's like, you know, do 10 lunges and then 15 lunges. It's like I liked doing taekwondo and sword because they were more skills and like it wasn't about like your body was getting the aftermath of just being able to complete a skill.
Are you one of those? I can't stand being yelled at by a trainer. Like some people need to be motivated. I can't do it.
I hate it. I think it's I just think that like it's such a low form of encouragement. It's like be more creative, you know. Or I don't like when they're like, "Hey, bikini season's coming up." I'm like, "Well, I'm like, come on, hey, don't you want to fit in those jeans?" I'm like, "No, I just buy a bigger size."
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like, and I don't like you. And when they start yelling, like, "Come on!" And I hate this when you get tired and they go, "All right, 10 more then." And I'm like, "No, I'm trying my best." I can't do that.
Yeah, I've seen certain trainers that they kind of do like this, but I think people respond to that. Like maybe ex-athletes in school do, but I saw some guy kind of like subtly humiliating the guy he was training, and that's like a really weird thing to respond to. I would hate that.
I bet those are people that don't have like healthy personal relationships either. You know?
Maybe not. Yeah.
I don't respond to that. I feel like I don't, but I also don't want people to be like, "You're doing awesome, great." I just want it to be like, tell me what to do. And then I'll
leave me alone. Yeah.
Let's just do it together.
Yeah, make sure my form's okay, and that's it.
Yeah, don't degrade me.
Yeah, I'm paying to be yelled at.
Yeah, I'm not paying. I don't want you to pander to me. I don't want you to yell at me. I just want to work out.
Just make sure I get my sets in.
I don't like when I get scolded on my form sometimes. Like once in a while, it's like I'm not doing a fucking video. I'm just I'm a lumpy man trying not to have a heart attack before I'm 50. Jesus Christ, relax.
Keep it in perspective.
Yeah, exactly. When they say things I don't understand, certain language they'll use, like keep your shoulders closed. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
What does that? Yeah.
Yeah, my chest is open. I don't know how that happens. So yeah, I also like a female trainer, but it's not like for a sexual thing. It's like I have too much male energy in my life.
Right.
It's just nice to have somebody just telling you like, all right, 10 more, you know, just easy.
Yeah,
comfortable.
and is it working?
Maybe she's more nurturing.
She asked if it's working. I mean, come on.
No, not really. You want to see what Jimmy used to look like?
Oh yeah, it's working.
Yeah?
It's definitely working.
It is working.
What do you used to look like?
A pig.
About 40 pounds heavier.
Yeah,
40?
Maybe at one point, yeah.
Let's say
40 pounds heavier. That's got to be with diet too, then. Right?
Oh yeah.
Jimmy's worked really hard at it for a while now. He's kept it off.
Yeah, there's so many bad photos on my.
Was that why was the picture
oh my
of
gosh,
Captain
there
Kangaroo
you are.
come
Look
up?
at you.
Yeah.
Wait, so that was a decision. You're like, I'm gonna stop living like this. I'm gonna get healthy.
Yeah, that was me right after I captured Princess Leia in The Empire Strikes Back. What's your name, fat buddy? Yeah, but that's over.
He's working it in that picture too.
He is working it.
He's making the chin look even worse.
You're doing those bad eyes. You're like, hey.
Yeah, it's a sexy look. Like, hey, you want to be crushed to death? Why not, ladies?
It is a total before and after, and like because you know the before is they're always sad. The after they're like, look at me, I'm thin.
Yeah, and happy and hungry.
Yeah,
and starving.
Yeah, you look like the king of queens with Down syndrome in the first picture.
That really is. Thank you very much for groaning at that. That's very hurtful.
Well, I mean,
body shaming. Body shaming is healthy though. Like people say, oh, you shouldn't body shame. Look at that thing. nothing. That should have been body shamed. If people told me I look good on the left, I would have.
It motivates you a little bit.
I think that
take it the right
body
way.
shaming is not good, but it's hard when you're around people who, like, friends that you love, and they just like. They're just really wearing something way too tight and showing it, and like they're going through life acting as if they look like Giselle, but then you're just like, oh, but you don't want to tell them. Like that's
you
hard.
talking
Like,
about everybody in my family?
No. Does your family? Do they look? Do they think they look one way? And
they'll rock whatever. They always think they look good.
Yeah,
it don't matter.
They have the confidence.
They got that confidence.
Well, see, my thing is, it's cool if you love it and you're confident with it, but it's I have friends who are constantly like confused at like. That when they see a picture of themselves, they're like, "What? Oh, that's a horrible picture." I'm like, "No, that's
what
the
you
best
look like."
version."
Exactly. That's you captured on film.
Yeah, I filtered it and everything. Like, this is the best. And they're like, "No," like they just don't see it. And then I feel bad. I'm like, I don't know how to help you.
It's denial.
It is denial.
It's like you see people on those shows where it's like, oh, we got to give her a makeover, and then they bring her out. She's like, I don't see what's wrong with me. And there's like 19 fucking earrings in her face.
It's completely different.
Were you on News Radio?
The Newsroom.
I'm sorry, the Newsroom. Was it an arc, or was it like you're on as a regular?
Thanks for watching.
No, I don't watch
everything.
I was a regular.
Olivia.
You were.
I was a regular, yeah, all 3 seasons.
Yeah, she was on all 3 seasons.
Why is it done?
Aaron Sorkin just didn't want to write anymore.
Oh, okay.
He was, it's exhausting. He wrote every single episode himself.
He's very wordy.
He is wordy. Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about, because we had Jeff Daniels, and he was talking about
Steve Jobs
for Aaron.
The Steve Jobs movie he wrote.
And he said that he's, you can't change a word of dialogue.
That's
like, you got to
true.
come in and be 100% prepared.
Yeah. When I work with Jeff on the Newsroom, and I would hear, that's what people say, and you do, but I never felt there was an issue with that. Maybe it's because I'm Asian, so I like structure more. But if you read his words exactly, every character doesn't have the same cadence and manner of speaking. So if you read the dialogue as he writes it down to the comma, it gives you more of a clue into who the character is. So you have a character that has a lot of like just one long sentence. That's somebody that's going to talk really fast and run on sentences, and their mind's probably going more and more and more. Where you have somebody that speaks in staccato, it's going to be a little bit like it shows you the kind of character they are.
Right.
So, he doesn't just write to write. He's very thoughtful about what he's doing for each character. So I actually like it.
So where are your parents from?
That was an awesome story. That thing, I was born in Oklahoma and raised in Japan. And my mom was born in Vietnam and came to Oklahoma. And I went back to Oklahoma at 16, and I went to high school, and no one would talk to me in high school. I'd like walk through the halls crying.
Oh, when you came back from Japan?
So I was like 16, which was a hard year, anytime you go anywhere new.
Sure.
And I was a library aide in this one class, and after eating my lunch by myself in the library, like for about a month, this guy who was also a library aide with me, he's a couple years older, he says, he's like, why don't you eat in the cafeteria like everybody else? I said, well, because it's just, it's more lonely to sit in a room full of people with no one to sit with than to just sit by myself in an empty library. And then after that, he started eating his lunch with me in the library every day. And then that gave me the confidence to start, to like pick my head up and not feel so alone. And he was a skater at the time, and he had like this long hair. And then we were getting our Walk of Fame for Ride Along 2 in Miami. And this Miami police officer stops me and says, hey, I think we went to high school together.
That's him?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, and people say that to me. People will come up to me and say, like, we went to high school together, but I know that they don't know who I am or really remember me from high school because no one talked to me in high school. I'd be like, yeah. But he's wearing glasses, and I was like, wait a second. Did you used to have long hair? He's like, yeah, you were a skater. Yeah. I'm like, take off your glasses. And he has these cheeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, and I was able to say to him, like, you're my the only person who befriended me so long ago, and it's because of him that I was able to literally like stop crying at school and just get up and feel better. And sure enough, he was a Miami police sergeant. So
you're the Asian kid and the library aide, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck what you try to prove.
Were your parents like strict? Or is that a myth about Asian parents?
No, my mom was strict growing up. I mean, my mom like hit and like that, but it's like Asian hit where they're like, it's not like I know it sounds great, but there's like, nobody should hit their children.
Please.
Nobody should. But
shit.
Yeah, black people, Asians, I think Hispanics, but like white people, when you get hit, it's like that's child abuse. When Asians hit, it's more just like
it's love.
It's like their a lack of their control. Of like, that's like kind of like they just do it in their. It's kind of like they just. It's like a tick.
Were they face hits or were they?
No, it'd be like she'd like slap me on the back of the head or
belt.
Yeah.
Did you ever use a belt?
No, my mom would just throw things. Like she would, she'd just anything in the room, she'd see and she'd throw. So like, whenever you want to tell her like bad news, you go into like an area like where there's lots of soft things, pillows. I did a piece with her. I was on the Daily Show for a couple years, and I did a piece with her about tiger moms. So I went back, and in the Daily Show, the correspondents were playing a character. I said, "Mom, I'm playing a character, but you just answer normally." And we did a tiger mom thing, and I said, "So what do you think is more effective, the closed knuckle hit or the chopstick hit?" And she goes, and she thinks about it. She's like, "I think chopstick hit, because sometimes when I use my hand, it hurt my hand."
That's right.
I was like,
That's great.
Well, she's keeping it real.
Yes, she is.
So she doesn't hit anymore.
Yeah. You don't have any kids.
I'm bigger than her. No, I don't have any kids.
Would you hit them or no?
No, I wouldn't.
You have siblings?
Yes, I'm one of 5.
1 of 5?
Yeah. What about you?
I'm 1 of 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
I'm 1 of 2. I'm the older inspirational brother.
Yes, you are. 1 of 7.
Oh my gosh, 7.
1 of 7. Yeah.
Where are you in the 7?
Second oldest.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was intended.
Yes.
Were you in the middle?
I'm the youngest and the only boy.
Oh, shit.
So you're just like...
You're not supposed to be here.
No, it seems like they wanted.
Usually the last one wasn't
but he was
supposed
a
to be.
boy,
Yeah,
so it looks like they wanted. They were like, "We got to try one more time for a boy."
And they ended with me.
Yeah, because they're like, "Try one more time and get the boy, and that's it."
How many years between you and the next one?
A couple years, then 9 years, then all of them. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
9
so
and 2.
They were going for that boy twice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers, what's going on with this engagement thing that everyone is talking about and got crazy?
Let's see the ring.
Well, now you just have to check my Instagram. Call my mom; she'll tell you.
I heard that
she'll tell you.
You showed a text from your mom on your Instagram. I did hear about that. But how did this whole thing get started?
Just because some random magazine
just
said
decided.
It. I mean, that's just like me coming in here and just saying so I heard you're leaving your wife.
Who told you?
And I just OK Magazine. So it's just somebody says it, and then I don't know. Then it just keeps going.
So it's not true? Is it true?
No, I told you it wasn't true before.
No, you said it was true, Jimmy. You're a fucking liar.
That's the thing is you don't normally address those things, and but then when you're going to do press, and it's and I just don't want to have to answer it because.
But they just decide, fuck it. This is the day where we just mess with her life a little bit.
It doesn't mess with it. It doesn't make. I mean,
it kind of messes with you because now you got to deal with that.
Well,
crap.
yeah. Now I have to talk about it, but then you have to because I'd rather just. It'd be better if you were when people say things, you just kind of go whatever, or if people get. When it comes about stuff like that, I think that it's just more are they together? Did they break up? Are so-and-so dating? It's are they married or not? There's it's a line of just when you decide to be, to divulge some of your private life or not. So, I mean, I don't even know where that line is, but I just know that, if normally this thing, I'd just be like, whatever. And I would just be, but I didn't realize that it got, to where it got until getting texts from my mom, and then I have aunts and uncles who I have an aunt on my
Who you been dodging? Who you been dodging for all these years?
I just don't talk to. And she's like, we would love to come to the wedding. And I'm like, I don't even.
Yeah.
Really?
How you invite yourself to somebody's wedding?
That's when I was like, okay, I'm done.
That's the Asian part of the family you don't try to hang out with no more.
It's not. It's actually the white side.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah. Yes, well, we are imperialists. You know how it is. Not just land, but weddings. So does it make you not want to date another public figure, or is it easier because you both understand how annoying it is?
This is not the worst thing that's ever happened.
No, it's not.
So I was like, today so many people thought that I was marrying my boyfriend. It's the worst. No, it's it's just something you do. I mean, just, you handle it and move on. And it's
but it makes it awkward for the dude, because if he didn't propose and now is in a head, now he's like, do I wait? If I wanted to propose, now I got to wait because they said I proposed before. Now
I don't think he cares about what other people think. I don't think he's letting his.
That must be nice, huh?
Yeah.
That must be a good trait.
He's letting everybody else dictate what he does and when he does it.
Right.
I do like the Instagram post though, because it's a text message from your mom just saying, "Oh man, you engagement. We love Aaron. I pray."
She goes, I pray, say thanks for him all the times. I bet Chant's happy. Hey, why don't you tell me first? And I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, no. You shouldn't believe gossip on the internet. If I was engaged, I promise you'd be like the 8th person to know, maybe 9th, but definitely way before the internet. And then she just moves on. This is my mom. She's like, okay, sound good. Hey, I see you going on to Kelly and Michael's show. Tell her I love her. She's so delicate and work out a lot, I think. And Colberto. Which is Colbert. I don't know what her what she's writing in her phone for autocorrect is Colberto. And then that's it.
And then, oh man, you see everyone I love. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, okay, I have to go tell Aaron and Chance I said hi.
That's funny.
Who's Chance?
Our dog.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't the first time that that your boundaries have been pushed with this Aaron Rodgers situation. Packers fans blame you for things all season.
Then now I'm going to talk to you about how ignorant you are at that statement. Because
thank you very much. Because he's been saying that all morning,
Shoot
and I'm
him
like,
down.
you're ignorant.
Because there's that's a difference. What I did do was, and this has nothing to do with anything that you would call journalistic integrity, and I'm not calling you a journalist.
That's right. Or a man, you son of a bitch.
That's right.
That's true.
That's true.
He's just a sports fan.
That's right.
I'm just calling you some guy in the back who's just coming up with shit.
Thank you very much.
But this is true. Like they're, I think fans should be able to say whatever they want, and I think there's a reason. Like Twitter and the internet, it gives people the freedom of anonymity. So you can't be you can't be in the public position and then cry about everybody who says something. But when you have news organizations, the ones that were built by the trust of the public, the ones that you expect to have some accountability, that aren't just like reprocessing just whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to come after me, you better just be sure, because I'm not somebody I don't really care. Like if I might not win in the end. I just know that I didn't do anything wrong, and in the sense that like you shouldn't be throwing me into this mess. Like what happened was there was some forum user on some whatever
an
website.
asshole. It's some asshole.
Yeah, some guy who said whatever crazy things, like blamed me, yada yada, whatever. It's not original, but then news organizations, Washington Post, Fox Sports, there was like 300 something of them, based entire articles around what this one guy said. Now, on the other side, there was an ESPN reporter, and he wrote an article, like the 5 things that might be wrong with Aaron Rodgers. Now, 4 of those 5 are legitimate sports, thoughts.
Right.
O-line is getting hurt. Jordy Nelson's out. Play calling and something else, whatever. The 5th one was literally like a National Enquiring it. He just says, now, we don't know. Maybe, so far she was at the game, and so far it does seem like they're still together, but you never know. Maybe there's something wrong with him and Olivia, but but nothing shows the signs of that, but maybe.
Dirty.
When I just thought,
Dirty.
Clickbait.
And to me, it's
you
like.
bought it, Eric.
I didn't buy
you
it.
did. All morning you've been saying that. I'm like, let's get up and wait.
I said you had the boundary issues because these people went after you for no reason. They used to do it with Tony Romo too.
And Jessica Simpson, but I pointed that out to him this morning. I said that's the same nonsense that Jessica Simpson went through.
The difference is that if I do well, or if my movie Ride Along 2 doesn't do well,
I'm gonna blame Aaron Rodgers.
Yes. Well, please
He's holding it back.
It's not his fault, but they don't ever go after the guys. But if he does well, it's him and his team and everybody else. If somebody does bad, it's like, if Jessica Simpson, it's like, that's like, what? She wasn't on the field.
Well, do they give you credit too that the Packers won?
No, that's what
they
say.
that in blog and write like, hey, congratulations on being with them.
The thing is, I have nothing to do with their wins or their losses. Like, that has nothing.
God did that.
Yeah, and the actual teams, they take all the credit and they take all the blame. It's their job and has nothing to do with anybody else. And that's the thing that I think is more distracting when you want to talk about distractions. Like, how about just coming up with just BS and throwing it around and just saying. So at that time, when I saw that, I decided to, I just do something simple that the Washington Post and Fox Sports and the other 300 media outlets didn't do, which was, let me just see who this forum user is. Let me just see who he is. I searched his username, and then I was able to go onto this aggregate blog that aggregates all of your comments from every forum. Mm-hmm. And this guy who said these things about me just turned out to be a bigot and a racist and a really horrible person. He said that all the black people from Wisconsin need to get out of Wisconsin. He said that,
I met some of the black people. He's right about some of them there.
Was it you? Was it you? He said a lot of he was homophobic statements. He was just a horrible person.
And they just covered this dude.
And by the way, they didn't just cover it, but they wrote entire articles around it and gave him that platform, which then, what does that do? That helps other people want to say more nasty, mean things. It promotes hate. So I just called them all out on Twitter. I just said, I called out, said, dear Washington Post and Fox Sports and everybody else that followed, when people have anonymity on the internet, and sometimes people use that to spew hatred. But that doesn't mean that the news organizations, the ones that were built by the trust of the public, should give their vitriol validity and deem them fans. Like, it's one thing, I know they're fans, and fans can say whatever, but don't call this guy a fan. And because you're just promoting hate this way. And also, here's a link to all of his like hate-filled tweets and in his forum posts. And this is the guy that that you want to base entire articles around. Like, do your research, just a little bit.
Vet the fucking story,
right? And then there's the ESPN guy. Like, I wasn't done. I was like, well, now this guy wants to talk. If you want to come directly at me, and you don't know me, and you don't know my life, you don't know and that's ridiculous. I went out to him and just said, that, he's playing it fast and loose with the journalism, and seems like, since his professional skills are lacking, he may be having personal problems at home.
Shots fired.
Wow. That's good.
Shots fired.
Eric, maybe next time you start with how the whole story ended and not the beginning of it.
Right.
Packers, yeah, you small dick motherfucker.
But what fans are doing that? Are we talking about this racist guy? Are you talking about those posts?
Yeah,
what other ones have done that?
What other ones?
Right.
What other ones? Eric.
You bought it.
Eric.
I'm a Chargers fan. I got nothing to do with this conversation.
You bought it hook, line, and sinker, though, didn't you?
Now he's just running away.
Absolutely. Eric bought all of it. Eric bought all of it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
I gave you the opportunity to make any double standards that the media presents.
No, you didn't. He yells fire and then runs out and wonders why there's a stampede.
Well, I'll tell you, I had somebody was like said to me, like, were you nervous? Like, were you nervous because, like, to go up against these guys? And I said, well, no. Like, so many, I think, as women and young girls, we're trained to double guess. Like, do I go up against these people?
Second guess yourself, right, right.
But I'm like, did they think twice before they wanted to just throw me into it? Like, that ESPN reporter, just stop at 4. Why'd you have to go to 5?
Right.
Why'd you have to throw me into it?
What's his name?
Rob Domofsky.
Fuck you, Rob. Domofsky.
Is there any? There was one footage. I think it was Giselle and Tom Brady, where she just kind of snapped at the fans, and it's like, it's got to be hard if it's somebody your boyfriend or whatever, and you see them just being attacked by these drunks. Like, that's got to be very frustrating too.
No, I don't see that. But also, like, what I did, I was never calling out. I don't call it the trolls or the fans. I was calling out the journalists. That's my problem. It's like, and then on a personal level, when I'm sitting here and then there's Eric back there, anybody who wants to come to me on that, like, on a personal level, I'll be like, I'm like, you need to, like, read the end of the book and don't just talk to me about the first part, because the end of the book is where I come in. That's what I care about.
Yeah, he does that all the time. He'll take some troll news story.
You had plenty of time to explain yourself.
And I told you that's not what it was, but you just said no. I'm not
he feels like going, I'm a Chargers fan. I'm just going to sit over here with my flannel shirt.
Did the media back?
That's right. Let us finish, white trash.
I'm wearing a flannel shirt. It's a fact.
It's a bad fashion choice.
That's right. She's mocking you.
She's saying that's a bad choice.
Yes, she is.
All I was saying was you were wearing a flannel shirt. Now, what the audience feels about your shirt has nothing to do with me.
That's right.
This is the audience. This is our audience and our little bit.
Look how everybody else dresses.
I think they look sharp.
I
think they look sharp.
I don't like your Williamsburg top.
Absolutely. She likes what I'm wearing. It's the UFC
Dana
thing.
White's a good friend of mine, a big fan of the UFC. I love a casual hoodie. Look at that, just a basic tee with a pocket. Look at that nice white two-button and the flannel.
You're the one with the shitty shirt.
That's right.
You know
and the
what?
shitty comments.
You guys right now are the media turning on the Jews.
Okay, no. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna. You are in a public. You're in a public position. You have your voice goes out on the radio, goes out everywhere. You have internet media, social media. So I'm going to say the same thing to you that so many people say to us. When you're in a public position, it comes with the territory.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's right.
Sit back and take it. Don't cry anymore.
Exactly.
Stop crying.
He wants to throw things out and then not be called on it. And then when you call him on it, he cries about it.
So burn that shirt.
Exactly.
Burn that shirt after
with yourself in it. We're tired of you spoiling our fun interviews.
Did the media back down after you?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. What happened after that was there was a lot of support. It came back around and there's a lot of support because everybody is entitled to their opinion, but if you want to go and be a journalist and you're going to say these things, just make sure you're not crediting a bigoted racist in the process. And then
I
also
can't believe they didn't go through that to find out who the dude is and what he's about.
I know.
The rush is just to get it out now. So it used to be where people would do some research, but there's no, because why? That's why Spotlight is so amazing, is that they actually held back on a story while they did all the research behind it, because everybody's just rushing to get it out.
It took time.
Have it out first.
They all just copy and paste. You see it all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's the point.
They don't
where
even do their own research. They're like, oh, this guy must be. They don't even care if it's.
They're not journalists. They retweet fucking shit.
Yeah, they just quickly copy and paste their own.
I like that you went back after them, though, because a lot of people wouldn't have. A lot of people would have just said, oh, no, but I like that you did that.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to live in a, like, I'm like, at least I didn't know how it would turn out. I didn't know if it all backfire on me. I mean, I didn't know that guy was a bigot and a racist. Like, I was lucky that I'm like, okay, now I have an angle to go and to tell, I would have.
How good did that feel when you found that shit out?
When I saw that, it was more just like, oh, come on, guys. Washington Post? Come on, Fox Sports, you know better.
They might as well.
Everybody knows better.
The Inquirer.
It was more like, man, you want to do this to me? I mean, it's like, come at me, but don't promote the rants of a bigot and a racist.
It's like, you heard what Hitler said about you?
I know. That's what I said. At the end of it, I went on that post and I said, that's like asking a member of the KKK to give a review of Straight Outta Compton.
Actually, they liked it. They actually liked it.
Yeah. They said, except for the music and the actors.
Yeah. Except the music and the actors.
They love when Eazy-E got AIDS. He loved that part.
God.
Did your publicist or management tell you not to go after them and you did it anyway?
What?
No, I didn't ask them. I just did it.
Yeah. She's her own person.
Yeah, why should she be subservient to them?
She's her own
Because
person.
they help shape her career.
She's a very strong.
She helped shape her career.
That's a strong one. On a personal thing. No, on a personal thing, you deal with it yourself as a person.
Well, that's the worst advice you could give. By the way,
Eric is right. You have to. But I called one of my girlfriends who I think is really smart, and I worked it out with her. I said, what do you think is the best? I kind of start with what I want to say.
Yeah.
I'm like, and then help me get down to like the smartest version of it. Right. So I did talk to a girlfriend about it, but my publicist and my manager, my agents, they know me by now. If you're gonna, I'm not gonna, like, I'm not gonna go after anybody that's like, fans can say what they, I'm a fan of people and things, and you can say what you want.
Thank
but,
you.
But
people.
People.
How bad do you want one of your swords right now for Eric?
No.
That's why she got a cabinet full of swords for motherfuckers like that.
Yeah.
I think you guys just saw. I didn't need a sword.
Exactly. She basically cut you with your own clumsy words.
God damn.
She just cut your balls off without a sword.
But that was the perfect example, is that somebody wants to say something to me, because it seems like it might be a good question, but it's an antiquated question.
Right. Yep.
It was so long ago.
I've never spoken to you before.
But yeah, but you could have spoken to me. But you could have spoken to me.
Or again.
But if you wanted to say something, you could have spoken to me about how the fans did rally behind me, and actually the true fans were really supportive when media people were just looking for a story and started saying some BS based around a racist bigot guy, and some other ESPN reporter was just like National Enquiring it. You could have started by saying, hey, it was really cool how the fans actually stood behind you, and the real fans, the ones who supported you, have actually been there and stood behind you and had your back when all that stuff was happening.
Olivia.
And I would have said, Eric, thank you for bringing up that part of the story.
Olivia
would
have hated the shirt.
Olivia, he admitted a long time ago.
I still would have hated the shirt.
He admitted a long time ago he only reads the first paragraph in stories.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
Well, you see what that did for you today.
You got to read it all the way to the end.
Yep.
They say we have to.
Well, Ride Along 2 is going to be a great movie. We all know that. So you didn't even really have to promote that. We love Kevin Hart. He's a friend of ours.
I actually don't even know why I'm.
I don't know those guys.
You don't need to promote.
Are they actors?
This one's
Kevin
do
Hart
very
and
well.
Ice.
They are.
What are you playing Ride Along 2 for?
I play Detective Maya Cruz. I'm like the female counterpart to Cube.
Nice.
That's
Maya Cruz, huh?
More action, more laughs, more Asians.
Taking a role, more Asians. Taking a job away from a Latino woman, huh?
Well, we're all ethnic in here. We're all trying to like push in the. You could be half and half.
That's true.
She could be. Her dad could have been. A Latino, and her mom is Asian. Or
now you're just making it sexy.
Didn't they do that in a movie recently? They got a lot of flack for it. Like they said, oh no, so and so she was half in.
Oh, that was the Hawaii.
Yes, a Hawaiian film.
She played Japanese. What's her name?
Emma Stone. Yes.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. Yeah.
Travis Scott. Emma Stone.
Oh yeah.
You know you ain't like that. Come on now, give me something.
I didn't think about that until I heard people say it. But was she supposed to play a Hawaiian?
She was supposed to play a Japanese. She was supposed to be Japanese in that movie.
She was playing Japanese, or then they changed it for her?
No, I think the character was Japanese, and they didn't change it.
No, you're kidding me.
No, we're not kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
Wait, Emma Stone played Japanese?
Yes. She said if Liz Taylor
Here
can
we
be
go.
Cleopatra. Yeah.
Well, you know what? People are very creative, and she's a very talented actress. And if anybody can play Japanese, it would be Emma Stone.
Really?
She's very talented. If anybody could pull it off, I'll put my money on her.
It's very diplomatic.
Okay, yeah, she didn't really play up like Japanese characteristics or anything. She just played her character, and then her character was
happened
supposed to be Japanese.
Yeah.
Her name is like Hideko Matsui.
They call it Jill.
They're saying
Jill?
Olivia's really got to go.
All right, it's Olivia Munn on Twitter. Ride Along 2 is in theaters on Friday.
Yeah.
It's with Olivia and, of course, Kevin and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
So, you don't need us to help promote it, but I'm glad
No.
you came in.
Yeah, thanks.
I just came in to say hi
Eric?
to Eric.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
he's the
Not
type.
to attack him, I
We'll talk.
educated him today.
Yes,
You did.
Humiliated, educated,
Hey.
appropriately.
Hey, sometimes school is tough.
Yeah.
You ain't got to tell me.
Hey.
Face. Face.
Next time, can you get him a school uniform so he don't wear that shirt?
It's a nice shirt. We were just,
No, it's not.
It's a nice shirt.
It's a nice.
I like flannel shirts, and I like
I
the
don't
color
mind
blue.
it. I mean, I put no effort into my dress, so it doesn't matter.
Really, it looks like you put a lot of effort.
All right, she's gotta
Oh,
go
into his
for real.
research, huh?
She really has to go.
He was too busy.
Yeah.
He's too busy doing research to get dressed today.
Jimmy's going to be at Side Splitters
Tampa
this weekend.
tomorrow,
Tampa.
Friday, Saturday.
Yes, and Sherrod, thank you so much, buddy.
Are we done?
Kentucky, yes. Let's get the
Oh
hell
yeah, I'm in
outta here.
Kentucky
All
this
right.
week in Lexington at the Broadway comedy on off Broadway.
All right, we're
with Tracy Morgan.
We're done, man. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys.
Amazing.